Flying up near the ceiling, you see a Nabasu.
I hate flyers.
He's got to come to us, don't worry.
Well, I'm not going to make the same mistake I did last time.
You want to survive, I suggest going through the door.
One of us delivering a killing blow on one of our fellow contestants should they fall.
Exactly my thought as well.
Oh shit, I just shattered my mini. Well. Consciousness returns to you all as the dim blue lights of the Crucible of Fate begin to illuminate the contestants' circle. You can't help wonder if today is going to be your day to re-enter. You've now seen two groups go ahead of you in round 2, and you understand fully that the stakes are significantly higher. The games have all been combined now, and it makes it the Crucible that much more deadly and swift. You know that despite wanting to do good for most of you, you're gonna have to call on some part within, deep within you, to help you survive. You may have to do things that you don't like, and in your life in the mortal plane would never even have occurred to you. This is not the material plane. This is the abyss, and you are deep within it. On the edge of the shadows, you begin to hear footfalls coming, much heavier than usual, and out of your peripheral vision, you get the sense of a very large shadow making its way towards the contestants' circle. And as this shadow, lumbering forward, you can just barely start to make out the form of it. 20 feet tall, massive, standing very straight, moving with purpose, horns extending out of its head that you can just see the dark, shadowy outline of, but these glowing orange eyes. And then as this form hits the extent of the torchlight within the Fate's Hand Tavern, it shrinks down to about 6 feet tall, and you see the red and gold robes of Therangul as he makes his way to the center of the contestants' circle and begins to look up at all of you. It is time to rise and grind, my champions. Time to show everyone what you are made of. The eyes of truth are here. They are watching and waiting. See what you all have within you. What you are willing to do to survive. I've got a good feeling about tonight's activities. For you are about to enter the Crucible of Fate, a game show unlike any other, where the stakes are as high as they can get. For out of the 6 of you whose names are about to be called, only 3 will survive. Not only do you have to worry about the treachery and deceit and capabilities of your fellow contestants, you're also going to have to contend with a very powerful denizen of the abyss and a room that wants to kill you as well. You have many options that I look forward to watching you struggle with. They all can help you, aid you in your quest to survive, but they come at a price. There are many paths to potential victory here within the Crucible. Which one will you choose? Let us meet our contestants for tonight, shall we? If you are fortunate enough to have your name called tonight, then please do take the opportunity to enlighten us on how you're feeling and what your expectations are for this game ahead. We'll take a little bit of time to address myself or the eyes of truth or one another if you see fit. And at this point you see Therangul reach into his cloak and pull out a scroll. The first name on our list for tonight is Meatball. And at this point, Meatball, you feel the magic that is keeping you suspended within the contestant circle begin to give way as you are slowly lowered down onto the floor of the Fate's Hand Tavern. So Mark, if you'd like to tell us a little bit about yourself and Meatball, please. And welcome back, by the way.
Thank you. I'm Mark. I'm from the UK. I've been playing D&D for about 6 years or so now. Well, Meeble, as he's lowered to the ground, his maul sort of like thunks to the ground. It still looks far too big a weapon for someone he's not exactly muscly, he's more lean. He just sort of stretches a bit and looks around, realizes he's the first one down, and just walks over, ignoring Faramgul, and just walks straight past him into the open tavern.
Well, welcome back to the show, Mark. We look forward to seeing what Meatball brings to the Crucible tonight. Ragnall Witchbane.
Hi everyone, Sean from Indian Rocks Beach, Florida. I've been playing D&D for about 6 years now as well. I'd like to say a special thanks to my wife for letting me spend an entire Saturday playing D&D here. Ragnall Witchbane, as he lands, kind of gliding down from his fate sphere, kind of just stands up, rolls his shoulders back, about 5'5", looks around. You can, again, looking at him, see that he is entirely black and white, like you're looking at an older movie. There's really no kind of color to him at all. And even the ground that he's standing on, a little patch of kind of grayness seems to kind of move out from his feet, but not very far. Kind of looking around and seeing that he's only got one other person in the room with him. Oh, well then. I was hoping I'd see some familiar faces, but guess I only see one. Well then, chaps, good hunting. And he goes over to join Meatball.
Excellent. Welcome back, Sean, and good luck to you and to Ragnall. All right, who is next on my list here? Turds Fargo. It has been quite an epic adventure for you, Turds, and as Thorngul continues to talk to you, you feel the magic that is holding you suspended begin to give way, and as you're descending, he looks up. I thought for sure your time here was done, but your will to survive showed in the Return of the Fallen, and the eyes of truth seem to not want to let you go, despite having fallen in your previous games. That speaks very highly to your character and your ability to inspire. Perhaps we will see more of that tonight, huh? We welcome Sean, number 2, to the show.
So, as Dave said, I'm Sean, number 2. Been playing not just D&D, but any RP for the past 20 years. Unfortunately, that has been more of a issue than a boon, because there are so many conflicting rules that it made it a little bit more difficult for me to focus purely on this. However, with our amazing Discord community, it has, I feel, gotten me to be a better player in that I can focus more so on D&D. But as you said, play Turds Fargo. Even though he is a very small frame, as he lands from his sort of stasis floating stature, there is a very heavy, loud thunk as well. The small frame before Thorngul and the 2 other contestants bears all the same sort of staples known for Turds Fargo. Fancy 3-piece suit, feathered hat, rapier, waxed white mustache, and of course his leather-bound tome. upon which his name is etched. However, there are a few differences that any eyes of truth may notice observing him. For those of a shorter disposition, they may notice stands a little bit taller, perhaps a few inches. His suit is different color, now deep shades of purple and blue. He's no longer has a clean-shaven chin and jaw, but is sporting a chin beard goatee, in addition to his mustache. And his autobiography, the tome, is not the pristine new printed copy that he'd been flashing and giving freely in his earlier episode, but instead an ancient, worn, and cracked text. He addresses Therum Ghoul and says, well, my most generous host, you should know just as well as any other that, you see, there are heroes and then there are legends. Heroes, they may live on forever, but legends, we never die. At that point, there is evidence of what that thunk was when he first landed. There's a little bit of scraping metal sounds as from the shadows behind him, another figure steps into view. It's a shiny metallic figure, but a steel statuesque figure of Turds Fargo himself, a seemingly polished Turds, if you will. While standing approximately a foot taller than the deep gnome and made of steel, the metal man is otherwise an exact replica of the adventurer standing in front of him. And with that, Turds will go to join the others within the open tavern, looking around and waiting for any others that will join them. And the steel figure matches his movements, does the same.
Wow, Turds, you never cease to amaze me. Perhaps you are right. Perhaps legends do never die. Maybe this little creation of yours will keep your name alive should something untowards happen to you this evening. At any rate, I look forward to your legend growing tonight, or at least being more defined. Windwalker.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm currently in or near Orlando, Florida. Been playing D&D for 40 plus years. And I am playing Windwalker. Windwalker is a Goliath, 8 foot tall, gray skin, 320 pounds, wearing scale mail, carrying a longbow, and a very dangerous looking greatsword that has black smoke writhing around it. What looks different about him this time is that there's a little bit of a crazed look in his eye, maybe a mode of energy, a bit of chaos look. And he has a nice grin, and he goes, I'm looking forward to today. I've watched you all while in stasis, and I have great respect for your fighting ability, and I am looking forward to going toe-to-toe with each and every one of you. And he joins the others.
Well said, Windwalker. There's no need to be disrespectful. I appreciate the fact that you are honoring your fellow contestants. I mean, just because you have to kill one another doesn't mean you have to be rude about it, right? A little common decency can go a long way. 2 more left. Who do we have next? Oh, what a coincidence. This timing works out perfectly. Matt. But I know Matt is down here accompanying Dregs. I think we had a bit of a problem he had to help us out with. And you just see Therum Ghoul kind of just put his hand to his head for a moment. And you see some of the shadow off to the side. It immediately draws your attention over that way as the wall in the Fate's Hand Tavern kind of just shudders for a moment and disappears. And you see Dregs step through, just keeping his head a little bit bowed, a little bit of light reflecting off of that metal mask of his. as he very dexterously steps into the Fate's Hand Tavern, and behind him you see the familiar form of Matt come into view.
G'day, I'm Paul. I'm from Australia. Love D&D. All right, so first thing you see about Matt is he's in this bright orange hazmat suit as he's stepping out, talking to Dregs like, Dregs, you can't just walk into a poison room like that. We gotta there's protocols and stuff. Oh, sorry. Am I interrupting? Is Theron sorry, I thought I was having a job here. I'll just get out of your way for a sec.
No, please come in, Matt. Welcome. In fact, we just called your name. What a strange coincidence that you should be out and about helping us here in the Fate's Hand Tavern. But it is your turn once again to enter the Crucible.
Wait. You mean that 300 gold you just paid me wasn't for the jobs? What? Theron, this is why no one wants to come here and work for you.
I appreciate
he's just
the
like,
effort, huh?
All right, Veronica, we're up. And he starts unzipping his hazmat suit, takes off his things, and you just see he's got in his classic khaki suit, leather armor underneath, and a chalk-drawn name of Matt on the thing as he just walks over and starts picking up his stuff, and he's just like mumbling to himself, just can't get good employers these days. This is ridiculous. And he just, good to see you all. Nothing personal. Just here to kill some vermin, kill some things. But God damn it! And he just walks over, taking his place.
I sincerely appreciate the help, Matt. Just consider it a bit of extra work for the gold we are providing to you. My generosity extends to you each round, but the place is looking a little bit better already. Some of these vermin down here can get a bit out of control, so thank you, Matt. One more name on the list here. Medivh. And as soon as the name Medivh is called out, you hear a crack that sounds almost like thunder. And fairly close to Thermgul, close enough that he actually takes a very quick step back, and you see his head snap to a certain position. And in front of you all, in the center of the contestant circle, you hear a tearing sound as a great rend is opened in reality. And beyond it is light that pours through into the Fate's Hand Tavern, enough so that Thermgul turns his head. And you all immediately get a very powerful presence from beyond. A sense that everything is as it should be. Life coming to an end in the natural cycle that occurs on the material plane. A sense of order and the whole multiverse spinning like a machine, like some enormous clock, like an ethereal clock that's moving very precisely according to a plan. And then that feeling fades just as fast as it came over you, and you see two figures step into the abyss and take like post on either side of this opening. And you can see that they are heavily cowled, very pale white skin from just the little bit that you can see of the lower part of their faces. Enormous two-handed scythes in their hands, and then from between them, the form of Deathtrap enters. And Pat, if you could tell us a bit about yourself and Deathtrap, please.
Yep, I'm Pat. like Eric, been playing D&D for over 40 years. Started way back when it first came out. So glad to be here. Might even say blessed to be back. Death Trap, when he walks through, he appears more focused, wiser than he did before. And as he speaks, he says, Praxis sent me a vision of Sir Daelon, who said these words to me. A paladin's life is meaningless without a cause to fight for and ideals to guide the fight. Walk like a paladin who's blessed by his deity. Talk like a paladin who's blessed by his deity. Act like a paladin who's blessed by his deity. Serve the law and deliver justice. I call on you, Meatball, Matt, Ragnall, Turds, Windwalker, to fight with me against whatever beast Praxis has returned me to face. It has plans to devastate Araya and mortals alike. And Theramgul, even in that form, you're not as pretty as I am.
So as Theramgul begins to be accustomed to this light that's streaming through this tear in reality, you can see that he is shaking his head. And at this moment, these two beings take a step sideways in front of this tear and back up into it as these reapers of the death domain of Praxis retreat back through this opening. It seems to seal itself as the light fades away and the dim blue light of the contestants' circle is now surrounding you all once again. Death Trap, I thought you would have learned a very different lesson from your last time here. Your bravery and courage fighting the Lich, what did that get you? It got you killed. I thought you might be smarter than this. I thought your second chance through this divine intervention may yield some logic in the followings of Praxis. You have chosen courage once again. Let us hope that this does not get you killed. Well, we have our contestants for our episode 3 of round 2 of Crucible of Fate. One a bit of a surprise, but you are most welcome back in the Crucible, of course, Death Trap. Let us not dilly-dally. It's time to begin. So, before we get into our intermission actions, I wish to let you all know what is available in the gift shop today. Not a lot of change from last time, as only the tier 1 items were purchased. So, those have both been replaced, as they will be here in every episode. So number 1 in tier 1, you can see a polished purple amethyst floating in the air, and this is the Amethyst of Enchantment. And it provides +1 to attack rolls and damage for any weapon, spell focus, or holy symbol for any attack or spell that requires an attack roll. The second item in tier 1 is a polished red agate, and this provides a +1 to AC and can be attached to anything that is worn or carried. But of course, if it's something that you're carrying, you have to have it in your hands to gain the benefit. In tier 2, you can see a weapon that changes shape depending on what you picture in your mind. And this is a weapon of lifestealing. So feel free to look that up on D&D Beyond. But in short, if you roll a 20 on your attack roll, the target takes an additional 10 necrotic damage, and you would gain 10 temp HP. The second item in tier 2, you can see that it's a very ornate and ancient looking ring. And this is a ring of spell storing. I'm going to go ahead and let you know what spells are in it. And it is Scorching Ray, which would have a plus 12 on the attack roll. And the second spell contained within it is slow, and it has a save DC of 20. In tier 3, a staff of thunder and lightning, and there's a lot that goes with the staff of thunder and lightning, so once again I encourage you to look it up. But the short of it is it's a +2 quarterstaff, so +2 attacks to damage and attack rolls. And then there are 5 abilities that you can use with the staff. Each one can only be used once, and those abilities are lightning, thunder, lightning strike, thunderclap, and then the last one is thunder and lightning combined. And even if you've used thunder and lightning, you can still use thunder and lightning. So there's a lot to that item. So during your intermission actions, you might want to check that out. And last but not least, the second item in tier 3 is a weapon of uncanny effectiveness, which is effectively a sword of sharpness. However, it can be flavored to be a weapon that would deal bludgeoning damage or piercing damage. So if you roll a 20 on the attack roll, it does an additional 14 damage of whatever type your weapon does. It's considered magical. If you do roll that 20, you'll roll another 20, and if you get a crit once again, or well, not a crit, an actual 20 on the die, you lop off a limb, and to be precise about that, you're going to roll a 1d4. 1 will be left arm, 2 will be right, 3 will be left leg, 4 will be right leg. That cannot affect a creature that has legendary actions or legendary resistances. And there you go, everyone. Those are your items in the gift shop for episode 3. I hope that you find them enticing enough to visit the gift shop and take the potential risk of the reward that it could offer you. We've all seen how that goes. We have a shiny new list of consequences for you all. So we are going to roll initiative now for our intermission actions. So whenever you're ready, Deathtrap, go ahead and give me your roll, please. 23. Deathtrap. Matt. 11. Meatball. 11 as well. Meatball had a modifier of 4. What was yours, Matt?
+8.
+8. Okay, then we'll put Matt as a 12. Moving down to bottom left, Racknell. A 16 for Racknell Witchbane. Towards Fargo. Turns with a 17. Windwalker. A 15. Okay, excellent. So,
unfortunately,
a little bit of a change up here tonight. Rather than giving the person with the highest initiative order all 3 of their actions at once, we're going to go through the initiative order 3 times completely, just to kind of shake things up and give people a little more to think about on what's most important to them. Well, Deathtrap, you have come out swinging, huh? Anxious to get to it. It's good to see you back on your feet instead of, melting away into the lava. How does it feel to be alive once again, but by the grace of Praxis?
It feels good. I was worried there for a moment.
I would have been too. That seems excruciating.
Yeah, you'd think between hellfire and the lava, I might want fire resistance, huh?
It's never a bad thing to have.
Wildfire, sorry.
Well, shall we get to it? What would you like to do for your first intermission action?
Praxis has sent me to take down your beast, so I'm gonna go to the Archivist to get as much as I can on it.
At the mention of the Archivist, the Fate's Hand Tavern seems to fade away into shadow. And then appearing before you are the piles of bones and stacked tomes and books on the right. Out of the shadows, you see the illithid-like form of a Brunga All beginning to approach.
Death Trap, how nice to be in your presence. It's so rare these days to see the gods take an interest in any of us. There must be something special about you. How can I help you?
I would like to get as much information on the creature that we will be fighting to start.
Okay, so go ahead and give me persuasion or investigation, whichever is better for you.
Not very good.
Okay.
I must admit that Thernwool has been keeping his cards pretty close to his chest, although he has given me insight into what creature you will be facing, and it will be the Nabasu.
And as soon as he says the word Nabasu, you get a flood of images into your head. And you see this kind of spindly creature with long limbs, but despite how slim and thin those limbs are, with the movements of this creature that you see in your mind, they're very purposeful and very strong. Sharp claws, as you get images of it tearing the chests of people open, and then its eyes going wide as it inhales, and you see their very life essence being pulled in through the face of this creature, into its eyes and nose and mouth. And you also see this poor young female figure. It's hard to see the facial features, but with great speed, you see it approaching from behind, and its arms just wrap around the forehead and one hand into the back as it chomps down onto her neck, breaking her spine. And once again, that inhale of the soul coming up, being absorbed into the Nabasu. So with that, you have advantage now on all attacks against the Nabasu, and it has disadvantage on its attacks against you. And you feel Abranga All's sentience withdraw from your own at this point, now that he's finished delivering this information to you telepathically.
I'm afraid that is all the assistance I can give you, Death Trap. I hope that your soul does not become sustenance for this Nabasu.
And with that, the Archivist fades into the shadows, and that ends your first intermission action.
Great. Thank you.
Yep, see you shortly.
Greetings, Turds Fargo. It is your turn for your first intermission action. We're a bit behind schedule, so I apologize for my abruptness. What would you like to do for your first?
Well, I think the paladin that went before me, he is a survivor much like myself, so I have no doubt he may have already reaped the benefits that I would like to go for, but I am going to visit your archivist.
Just one moment, please. Fate's Hand Tavern fades away as the piles of bones and stacks of books and tomes appear before you.
Turds Fargo, what brings a legend such as yourself in front of me this day?
Turds is going to remove his hat and bow, and upon coming back up, he says, "Well, Archivist, much like myself, your reputation does precede you, even throughout the halls of those who have just not too long ago joined the abyss that is the Fate's Tavern. But I had yet to meet you, so first and foremost, I wanted the pleasure to do so and seek what wisdom you could provide, since I failed to do so my previous round, and it could have very well been my downfall.
Okay, go ahead and make either persuasion or investigation roll, please. 20. So mechanically, that would open the first and second tier of information.
What would you like to know about Turds Fargo?
What I truly want to know is going to be something that I can't quite get out of you. For the moment, I will settle of what can you tell me about the monster that we are about to face?
You are about to face a Nabasu. It's a particularly healthy Nabasu and has 260 hit points.
Its AC is... I'm not going to do that in character. So yeah, 260 hit points, AC 18, and the conditions that it is immune to is the poisoned condition. It cannot be poisoned.
And for your second question...
Hypothetically speaking, by no means am I looking to face a Tharamghoul in the same way I am facing the monster ahead, but what information could you tell me about him? Should he possess the same, we'll say, information logged as you just gave me about the monster?
That is information that has been shielded from my probes and my research. Tharamghoul has taken very careful steps, for now at least, to mask any information being given out about him. So because of this, I will allow you to learn more about the current creature, should you wish.
I very much appreciate the offer, and due to those certain arcane masking in place, I will take your offer.
Out of character, 20 probably is not gonna cut it to get information about the good host. So in terms of damage resistances, it is resistant to lightning, cold, fire, and then bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
I believe that brings our interaction to an end, Turds Fargo.
It has been the utmost pleasure, and perhaps we shall meet again. I would be more than happy, if possible, to peruse the halls of your records, should I get the opportunity sometime down the road.
Perhaps I will do some preemptive research into our good host. I'm sure you're not the only one that will be curious. Good luck to you, Turds, and I do hope to see you again.
Greetings, Ragnar Witchbane. It is nice to see you once again. It is your turn for your intermission action. What would you like to do for your first one?
You see Ragnar kind of like pulls his eye patch up, and there's a perfectly functional eye underneath that he just starts like rubbing with one hand. Oh, I'm so dreadfully down. This doesn't have to wait 17 days. Just the last time. If I keep that on for too long, really starts to irritate the eyelids. He kind of like switches it over to the other side. There we go. Well then, if you could, I'd like to parlay with our returned champion, if you wouldn't mind.
I will fetch...
I'd like to speak to Death Trap.
Indeed. I will fetch him for you. Greetings, Deathtrap. You have been summoned to a parley circle by Arachnal Witchbane. Do you accept or refuse?
I accept.
Very well. In that case, Arachnal, you have 3 minutes, and it begins now.
Yeah, Arachnal kind of standing there, looks at Deathtrap, who's assuming still 6'8".
Yep.
Kind of his neck way up to see him. Well then, that was certainly a surprise. Wasn't expecting you to come back. But good to see somebody else who's fought Auckland Wreath and unfortunately failed to kill him because their allies abandoned them. I have to say, I do at least understand that. So I'd like to reach out to you and perhaps come to some terms about you and I, and then the rest of the group. You seem to be focused on slaying the beast, and I believe that is something we share in common. Of course, after that, who we decide to pick off would then be the question.
I have no beef with any of these people. And I do have beef with some. My plan is to kill the beast. Hopefully other people have the same plan and we can do that. I'm not worried about running through the doors, so I'll stand and fight whoever's left. So you want to survive, I suggest going through the door.
Oh no, I plan on killing whoever runs through the doors. Making that very clear. What I'm saying is I would like to have at least one ally here. I suppose as a follower of Praxis. I'd like to get your word if that would be something you'd be interested in.
I have no intent on attacking anyone until they attack me. I have no beefs with anyone and I'm not going to create any. But I will defend myself, and obviously even if someone hasn't attacked me and we're the only ones left, then it's every man for himself to survive.
Very well. But should you fall, and should you like someone to help you out, put you down before the beast slays you.
I've seen your work before, and you're very honorable. I would do the same for you, and understand if you're near me, I have some protection. However, that could give way to area of effect things. So, but I can offer some protection.
Do you know what we'll be facing?
I do. We are going to be facing the Nabasu, but I don't know where.
I'll say this. Don't worry too much about the Nabasu.
And that is 3 minutes, gentlemen. I must interject at this time. This intermission action has come to an end. I will see you both shortly. Greetings, Windwalker. It is your turn for your first intermission action. What would you like to do?
I would like to visit the archivist.
Very well, just one moment, please. And you see the Fatesand Tavern fade away as the massive piles of bones and stacks of books appear around you. Windwalker, what can I do to help you this day?
I would like to ask you a question about the Wheel of Consequences.
I see. In that case, please, give me an investigation or persuasion check.
Not enough.
Not enough, but I'm curious, what would you like to know?
Well, I've learned from listening to others in the last game that a remove curse will remove one of the consequences, and I wanted to find out if there's another way to do it, because remove curse is not available to me as yet.
Didn't quite get a 15 though.
Yeah.
Yes, there are several other ways. Some of them arcane that you could do on your own, or perhaps find someone willing to do it for you. I'm sure many might do it for a price.
Yes. I just wish I didn't have the disadvantage to attack, because it makes the weapon I received hard to use.
I understand your plight.
Can I ask about the room that we're going into? Or is my one roll that it?
Yeah, mechanically, in order to get information about the room, you need to get a 15 at least. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was all I had to ask. And it's good to know that there are other ways. I just have to discern what they are.
A pleasure, Windwalker. I hope that you do not perish today.
I hope to bring you ahead with my sword.
I would appreciate that. They tend to contain a lot of knowledge.
Yes, I thought it would be a nice addition to your collection.
How thoughtful.
Greetings, Meatball. It is your turn for your first intermission action. What would you like to do?
Take me to the shop.
The gift shop, no problem. So at this point, you see the display cases and shelves of the Fate's End Tavern gift shop appear around you. Tell me, Meatball, what would you like to purchase?
Well, I'm not going to make the same mistake I did last time. My lack of vision nearly ended everything. This time I'm just going to go normal shopping. And yeah, so I've got 2,306 gold. I'm going to buy a Vicious Maul for 350, a Potion of Heroism for 400, a Potion of Speed for 1,280, and 2 Kirtan's Ointments for 120 each, makes 240. In total, that's 2,270 gold, leaving me with 36.
Okay, excellent.
I would like to take both of the potions.
Yeah.
If I drink both the potions, they will last for the... If I took them now, are they going to last for the episode?
Yeah, they would go into effect as you're going in through the portal. So just in terms of duration, they would count as like, when it's your turn, they would have already been used for 1 round. For duration. But yeah, I mean, as long as the duration is more than a minute, then you...
I'd have to double check what they are, but I think they are. Okay, then, yeah, I'd like to drink both the Potion of Heroism and the Potion of Speed.
Which one are you planning to drink first?
Speed.
Okay, just 1 second. I need a D100 roll from you, please.
28.
So, with a 28 on the potion miscibility table, both potions work, but with their numerical effects and durations halved. A potion has no effect if it can't be halved in this way. So the first one was haste.
Speed. Yeah, haste.
So yeah, whatever extra speed you would get, just keep in mind that that would be halved.
So the action would still happen, but like the speed would be halved, and then the 2 AC would be 1 AC instead.
Okay, so you're good with that, Mark?
I'm thinking of...
I mean, I'm sure you're not good with it, but...
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about it. I don't know if it's worth wasting, because there are a lot of worse things that can happen. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it as it is.
Are you okay, Meatball? It looks like you have a bit of a concerned look on your face after drinking those.
I don't know if it's the effects of these potions messing with each other, or you're selling me dud potions, Farangul. But they don't seem to be nearly as effective.
Surely we have the highest quality sources. Maybe it's that whole beer before liquor, never been sicker, liquor before beer, you're in the clear, huh?
Potentially. I mean, I had this concoction in my last episode, and maybe this is my punishment for not using it properly.
Very well, then I hope you're feeling better and things kick in before you enter into the portal. Greetings,
Matt, and thanks once again for your work here. I really appreciate it. What would you like to do for your first intermission action?
Look, no thanks are necessary. I mean, I generally take payment in gold, but, whatever. I know I'm going to be late to the party here, but I want to go to the Archivist. I just want to know what's happening in the room, the creature. I'm sure everyone else has done the same thing, but I gotta know, Therangul. I gotta know about the pests we're fighting.
I understand. So as you mentioned, the Archivist, Fate's Hand Tavern fades away as the piles of bones and books appear before you. You feel the presence of Abrunga All within your mind and hear his voice call to you.
Matt, how can I be of service to you here in episode 3?
Brunga, it's good to see you again, my friend. It's been a while. Well, it hasn't been a while. It's only been a couple of days, actually. Look, I know I am late to the party here, but I feel like I want to know more about the monster, like who it is, what it is, and the room, like generally that kind of stuff. And then if I'm allowed any more questions, we'll get there as well.
Okay, go ahead and give me persuasion or investigation, please. 22.
Well, Abranga, I'd like to know for my first one, what's the monster? Just tell me. And that for meta-wise, that's the DC 15 one.
Okay.
You will be facing the Nabasu tonight. This is a particularly potent Nabasu with 260 hit points. And
Armor class of 18, and it is immune to the poisoned condition. That's for your tier 15 information.
No worries. Oh, I love a creature like that. That seems like it's going to be a fun thing to fight. I guess my next one for just understanding what I'm about to face and the room deck is, I want to know more about the room. Tell me what the room like. I don't know if you can tell me that, but the hazards in the room, is there lava? Is there acid? I mean, obviously if it's the acid room from what we've previously seen, then that's pretty easy, but what can you tell me about the room?
This room is called the Quantum of Darkness. To escape, you will have to endure 2 tests, at which point the exits would be available to you. But that, I'm afraid, is all I can say.
Okay, I guess, can I find out if there's any, previous episode 1 we saw lava. Is there any lava, or is there acid pools, or is that something which I'm allowed to get for the 20?
Yeah, I'd say that's fair. There are no environmental hazards.
Okay. Cool. That's all I kind of want to know right now. Thanks, Avrigil. That was excellent. I hope to come back to see you again. Obviously not this time, but next time. Hope you get some friends. Hope you do something with your squiggly face, but crack on, have fun.
That sounded racist. Nonetheless, good luck to you today, Matt.
Greetings, Deathtrap. What would you like to do for your second intermission action?
I would like to go to the gift shop.
Very well. Follow me, please. What would you like to purchase, Deathtrap?
So he wants to get the Vicious mod for his sword again. All I need is the Vicious mod, and that's good.
Very well. I hope that this serves you well. Remember the lessons of the last game. If you hesitate, you might get surprised. Just keep that in mind. Greetings, turds. What would you like to do for your second intermission action?
I think for my second interaction, I shall visit with an old friend. I would like to parlay with Matt.
With Matt? Oh, one moment, please. Greetings, Matt. You have been summoned to a parley by Turds Fargo. Do you accept or refuse this invitation?
Hey, my man, of course! It's good to see you again, having just died blood brothers!
You as well, my friend.
I take that
Having
as
been in-
an acceptance. So, Turds, you have 3 minutes, and it begins now.
Having been in combat together, I must say I do indeed recognize your skill. I believe they call it game recognize game. And for that reason, before I feel your skill or snatch up, I wish to extend a hand and ally once again, not just in the monster ahead, but the combat that follows.
Yeah, I mean, you say game recognizes game, and I recognize that you had game in that last one. I mean, had you thrown any punches which connected, it would have been great, but I know that having seen you in Return of the Fallen and all that, you definitely threw some good punches then. I'm down, like, what are you thinking? Allies type stuff, like, I'll be honest, I want to kill this monster. I don't see... I want it to be the Magpie, but it's not our old foe. It's the other one, because I wanted to get back for Larbak's death. But what are you thinking?
I as well wanted the Magpie, but that being said, I am completely on board for us taking out whatever creature it may be, and in the process, I would not be opposed to, say, one of us delivering a killing blow on one of our fellow contestants should they fall. It would allow us to keep the monster around so that we may claim victory as well as slimming out our competition.
I totally agree. That was exactly my thought as well, was like, if someone goes down, we don't want the monster to get away without us dealing with it, so we be the final people to do that. Veronica's going to have her orders to do that. It's going to be great. But yeah, I agree. Who do you think? I mean, who are you most afraid of, or who do you want to try and keep in the game? I got a bit of healing, but
As do I. I feel the paladin would be useful, as the others seem to be more just to bash each other. I feel Witchbane might be the easiest target of the remaining 3. However, if you have a preference or have been contacted by any of them, I am open to at least some sort of non-aggression pact should it happen.
no one's talked to me, but I agree the Paladin's probably the one with the aura and the ability to help, so I don't know. We'll see how things go. I might contact him, but I'm more about prepping for this battle. I know it's going to be dark in the room and all that, so we've got to be careful in the room itself. But I think we keep on our toes. We look after each other.
And gentlemen,
We'll see how
that
we
is
go.
the 3-minute mark, so I must bring this parley to an end. I will see you both shortly. Greetings, Ragnall. It is your turn once again. What would you like to do for your second intermission action?
The romance there. Everything just feels so rushed now. It's like some sort of quick dating. Like I'm just talking to one person after another, and I just don't even understand personalities.
I'm sorry, it's a new format. We're trying it out. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I suppose then I would like to reach out and talk to... Let's try Windwalker.
Very well. Greetings, Windwalker. You have been summoned to a parley by Ragnall Witchbane. Do you accept or refuse?
I accept.
Very well. In that case, Ragnall, you have 3 minutes, and it begins now.
Well then, good to finally meet you, Walker. I hope you haven't run into any more cursed chests in the meantime.
No, not yet.
That is wonderful. I do have to say, I'll be a little bit upfront. I have a desire to ally with you. Large in part because I'm one of the few people you can trust to not have any designs on that magnificent blade of yours. He kind of like pats the bow on his back.
Yeah, okay.
But with these new rules, I imagine that we'll all stay together for the beast. But after that, you'll make a valuable target for some of the more martial-oriented members of our group.
Well, it comes with a heavy price as well.
True. I believe it was, and I pause on the timer. I know this, right? Like, Sean, know this? Does my character know this as well? Exactly what it costs?
Yeah, you would have seen the intermission action in character.
Yeah, so.
Oh, I'm well aware. I remember watching quite rapidly when I was, let's say, entombed with the others. Now then, I will be frank with you. From what I understand, we're fighting in Nabasu. But I don't know much about the room. Do you have any thoughts as to your actions, other potential allies for us?
My thought was to ally with the Paladin. Because I feel that he could be trusted to keep his word, just from his very nature. The Nabasu, from what I understand, I think it's going to be difficult because it can cast darkness. So I don't have the ability to fight blinded like that. So I would be at disadvantage. I don't know what room we're going to be in, but my plan was to attack the monster as best I can.
Excellent. I do want to be frank, though, that the last thing I want to be is killing a monster in a room with 4 others and 2 have already escaped. I will be targeting the monster, but I will also be trying to, let's say, kill the ones who try to leave the rest of us to die.
Right. I mean, if there's an opportunity to...
Once it's dead, of course, we can do
right.
it.
Well, yes, but once that first round is over, if I see an opportunity to work towards activating the escape portals, I will try to do that as well. It may come down to the heat of the moment, what I do. I do think I know how to get out of the acid room, but that will take a lot of work to do.
Which will take work, coordination, and no small amount of luck.
Yes. But yes, I absolutely like to
Gentlemen,
ally
that
with you.
is 3 minutes. I must interject. The time has expired. I will see you both shortly.
Thank you.
Greetings, Windwalker. It is your turn for your second intermission action. What would you like to do?
I would like to visit the gift shop to purchase some mundane items.
Very well.
I am starting with 316 gold. I am going to sell the miscellaneous items in my backpack for 2.4 gold, meaning 2 gold, 4 silver pieces. I'm going to sell my short bow for 12.5 gold. I'm going to sell my longsword for 7.5 gold. I'm going to buy a longbow for 50 gold, and I'm going to buy 2 potions of healing for 100 gold pieces total, and a replacement for my rope that burned up in the first round for 1 gold. That should end me with 187 gold pieces and 4 silver pieces.
Okay, excellent. Anything else for you, Windwalker?
No. Very nice items in your tiered cabinets.
Thank you.
Nothing that will really help me though, so I'm going to have to pass this time.
Yes, no one could ever use better AC or +1 to attack, huh?
Well, I would have done well. I would have been tempted for something that increased my hit points or buffed my constitution a bit, but it was hard to choose. So I'm doing pretty well on my armor class, so I'm very satisfied with where I'm at.
I'm glad to hear it was hard to choose. I will see you shortly. Greetings once again, Matt. It is time for your second intermission action. What would you like to do?
Oh, Therangul, I like to go to the gift shop. I think I'm not particularly sold on your current wares, but I gotta change some things out to be ready for this battle. You know, like pest control. You got to choose the right things as you go for it, and I think this monster is going to require a special touch. So let's get shopping.
Just as you say the words gift shop, the Fate Sand Tavern fades away as the gift shop appears around you.
So I'm selling my short sword. Things I'm buying is a rapier, just a standard rapier, 2 healing potions, and a sling and about 20 ball bearings. So all up, that is 128 gold pieces, which leaves me with 126 gold pieces, which leaves me with 174 gold pieces. Is there anything left in the gift shop, or what is left? What is sold? What is taken?
All of the tiered shelves remain full. All of the items are there.
All right. No worries. Only because it's the Nabasu, and having seen episode 10 and the fact that a lot of people didn't do good damage with their normal weapons, I gonna need something to get through. So I just want to confirm that the Amethyst of Enchantment, if I attach that to the sword, makes it a +1 sword.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and it becomes magical. Yep.
Shit. Alright. I never wanted to do this, but we shall roll on the... I'll reach out. Matt will be like, Crikey Therangul, you make things hard. Actually, before I do this, is there any way to get a discount on a weapon, on a price thing? Like, your prices are pretty steep.
I'm afraid not. I've learned over the years it's best to provide quality items at an appropriate price. Bickering back and forth and bargaining is so pedestrian.
Well, you're twisting my arm, and you know how to drive a hard bargain, and you know if I can't deal proper damage to something, then what good a hunter am I? What good a pest control? So. And with that, he will reach out, and I take it like his hand will pass through whatever barrier there is for the Amethyst enchantment, and I will take it permanently.
All right. 17 base walking speed halved.
That's a shit one. That's a real shit one. All right, I am going to... Sorry, I got to think about this and how it affects... I'm going to roll one more time, so I'll burn a Fate Sphere.
Your first of 4.
I hate that I'm doing this.
Seven. Okay, so 7 is strength and dex saves at disadvantage.
Okay, I will accept that. So just saves, not checks either?
Just saves.
Okay.
Yeah.
You drive a hard bargain. I saw Larvac. This killed Larvac last time, but I will take this. And I don't think I'm going to get rid of this very easily, but I hate doing business with you, Therangul. And that's that.
I hope that your purchase is the defining difference in your survival, and you can perhaps eat your words later, huh? Greetings, Meatball. It is time for your second intermission action. What would you like to do?
I would like to speak with the Archivist.
Archivist, one moment, please. As the tavern disappears and the great piles of bones and books appear before you, you hear the voice of Obranga All within your head.
Greetings, Meatball. How can I be of service to you?
Don't imagine you have probably much left to tell me after my fellow contestants have probably been in here already, but anything that I can glean about this evening's games.
Very well. Shall we do some research together?
15. So 15 is enough to reach the first tier. So
good.
yeah, you can ask questions about the creature or the room. One of the two.
Whatever you can tell me about the room we're going to be entering.
The name of this room is Quantum of Darkness. To escape from this room, you will have to endure 2 tests to gain the access necessary to open the doors. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you at this point.
Some knowledge is better than none.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Greetings, Deathtrap. It is time for your third and final intermission action. What would you like to do?
He is going to do spell preparations. He wants to do a Find Steed, which is going to take 10 minutes, so he's got time.
Okay.
I think I know the answer, and if the answer is no, it's fine, but we find things out by asking you questions that never got asked before. Since he's in the abyss, can he summon a nightmare?
Oh, a nightmare. Yeah, however you want to flavor it, as long as you let me know like which one you're picking though mechanically.
Right. So he is going to get a warhorse. It will be a fiend, not a celestial, and I think that's it. It'll be a warhorse and a fiend, and it's going to look like a nightmare. Other people may think it's a nightmare. So that is the only. I'm sorry. He's also going to mount it when it gets there and cast Shield of Fate, because as a mounted, when he's a mount combatant, then the Shield of Fate would also affect the horse. I understand he'll get knocked off when they go through, but it stays on it. So the way I understand it.
Okay.
Once you cast it.
Does it affect the two of you together, or do you have the option to cast it on the horse instead of yourself?
It serves as a mount. Hold on a sec. While mounted on your steed, you can make any spell you cast that targets only you, also target your steed.
Okay. All right.
And that is concentration, just so you know before I go in.
Yep, putting that on you now.
Okay. And then I have a quick question about Aura of Protection, which is not a spell, it's just I'm 6th level, so I have Aura of Protection. My intent is that right now all 5 others are allies of me or friendly to me, and I would give them the benefit. If they do not, if they don't do something to help kill the Nabasu, as far as he's concerned, they're not friendly anymore, and they would not get the benefit. I don't know if I should announce that before he goes in, or just say, him saying you've got protection if you're close to me, and not put the conditional thing verbally. So I just want to make sure.
So it's up to you what you want to say.
Okay.
I think it's most fair if you're treating everyone as friendly at the beginning, that's fine. And then when it gets back to your turn, you could change it. Because changing it when it's their turn, there's something there makes me feel a little wonky. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I did ask that in the rules thing, and Ellison said it's kind of a free action, but that doesn't mean you could do it on not your turn either. So I get that. I would consider if somebody starts walking up to me and smacking me, they're no longer friendly.
Oh,
but
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, if they take aggressive action towards you, I would let it happen right away. But if you're just deciding for whatever reason, I'd say wait till your turn to change them. But
perfect. Yeah. No, that's fine.
Very well. If that is all the preparations, then Deathtrap, I wish you the best of luck. Greetings, Turds. We are in a little bit of a rush, but what would you like to do for your third intermission action?
Not to worry. I think you could probably guess I would like to parlay with Death Trap.
Death Trap. Greetings, Death Trap. You have been summoned to a parley circle by Turns Fargo. Do you accept or refuse the offer?
I will accept.
Excellent. In that case, Turds, you have 3 minutes and it begins now.
I shall make this brief as the 3 minutes does go by rather quick, but I would like to extend my hand as a one of friendship going forward in this contest. I have already done the same with Matt, as I see the three of us as the only ones truly capable of doing more than just hitting things with sticks, and feel that once we vanquish the monster, that we would be able to make the most heavily supported team in taking care of the rest.
So I will tell you my position. I am here to kill the Nabasu. That is my only mission. I prefer to survive. I probably will not go out one of the doors when they open up. I will stand and be judged by my God with whoever's standing left. So I will not take aggressive actions towards anybody until it gets down to whoever's left and we have to fight. I will also help everybody in the same way. So we're definitely allies, and after that, whatever happens, happens. So
Very well, I accept your terms, and both myself and Matt have agreed that we are going to kill the monster one way or another. And I have admitted that I am willing to deliver a killing blow on a other contestant should it be the only way to prolong the monster being there for us to vanquish it. If that is acceptable to you, then I consider this a...
Are you telling me that if it's almost dead, you're going to kill me so I don't kill it?
No, that if the monster would flee otherwise.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, well, I think it'll just disappear if it kills somebody, so we can take it down.
All right. I will do my best to buff and heal you as I have promised to do with Matt, but cannot promise as much for the others.
All right. Let's do it.
I look forward to combat.
I will take this as a slightly premature end to the intermission action. Good luck to the both of you. Greetings, Ragnall. It is your turn for your third and final intermission action. What would you like to do?
I think I'll head down to the shop, if you don't mind.
The gift shop. Excellent. The amethyst of enchantment is gone.
Okay. And in that case, the first thing he's going to do is pull off his longbow, pull off his satchel. The old family ring didn't mean much to me anyway. It sets all of this down on the table. To be clear, for the eyes of truth, this is a hammer, piton, 20 rations, rope, tinderbox, 10 torches, water skin, a signet ring, pulls out some crossbow bolts, sets those down, pulls out a crowbar, and finally the backpack itself. So,
Lightening the load, I see.
well, he kind of gestures towards his very noodly arms. Now then, I'm going to purchase a vicious longbow. He's going to purchase 15 nets. He's going to put 5 of those in his bag, kind of on his person. He's going to buy a pack of thieves' tools, 1 dagger, 40 darts. He is going to take 12 of them with him, and 2 potions of healing.
Okay, did you say 15 nets?
Yep, 15 nets.
Okay. Just curiosity, how much do those weigh?
Those weigh 3 pounds each. So again, he's not taking those ones with him because he would be way over encumbered. But since we kind of can put stuff in the storage locker, I guess as it were,
Yep.
He's going to kind of store those there.
Gotcha.
So I'm making sure that I'm within the 40 pounds here.
Very well. I will see you in just one moment. We're going to get underway very soon. Greetings, Windwalker. It is your turn for your third and final intermission action. What would you like to do?
I would like to make use of one of my new abilities, magic awareness.
Okay.
And I'd like to do this just as we're going to go through the portal. And I'll read the description. As an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to. My goal with this is to determine what all the other adventurers have on them as far as magic items or spells they've cast upon themselves, and then also have it last through the first round in the room so I can possibly sense any magic items that are in the room.
Okay, so to do this as quickly and easily as possible, when you guys are standing around, I'm going to ask everybody to message you directly anything magical that they would have that would not... Yeah.
Or any spell they've cast upon themselves.
Yeah, just the school though, right? Not the exact spell. Very well. In that case, I will see you in just one moment. Only a couple of people left. Greetings, Matt. It is time for your final intermission action. What would you like to do?
Oh, it's good to have you coming back to me again, Theramgul. I think as much as I would like to talk to some people, I got to prepare for this battle. Like an exterminator doesn't do anything without preparation, with the right tools and all that. So I'd like to take the intermission action of preparing stuff, preparing my kit, if you would say.
Indeed.
So he's going to chug a potion. It's a potion of heroism. He's going to cast Speak with Animals, just because he can, once per long rest, so why not?
Okay.
See if there's any animals in there. Other thing he's going to do is, because, now this isn't meta because he did watch episode 10 and he saw Poke didn't do enough damage with fire, so he's going to change Veronica, he's going to re-summon Veronica. Once per long rest I can do that, and I get to I change the damage type she does. And so, noting that Meatball has resistance to lightning because of his half plate, he is going to either choose acid or cold, and so I'm just going to roll a d4 just to, I don't know which one. Right, it's cold. So Veronica's going to be a cold dragon, an icy dragon. Drake, I mean. Finally, as part of going in, he's going to cast Zephyr Strike, which is concentration.
Excellent. I will see you shortly, Matt. We're about to get underway. Greetings, Meatball. It is time for your third and final intermission action. What would you like to do?
I'd like to have a word with Death Trap. We'll keep this short and we'll keep it sweet, but the words you said as you came through your portal or whatever it was that brought you into the back here definitely rang true of the Daylon I had the pleasure of fighting alongside. And it seems like your ideals are very much aligned with his. And if you're half the paladin he was, I look forward to fighting alongside you. I pledged my maul to him, and I'd like to do the same to you.
We can fight together. Let me tell you what I know. We're fighting the Nabasu. Ragnar wants to fight the Nabasu. He parlayed with me and wants to ally. Turds parlayed with me. He says that he and Meatball have formed an alliance and they're going after the Nabasu. I told all of them the same thing. My quest here is to take this thing down, and everybody is my ally as long as it's here. When it's down, I don't care if people scram for the portals and leave. They may do so. I will probably not go through one, and I will stand and be judged with whoever's left. As that's just the way this goes, and you're aware of that. I hope that it's not you. I hope that you and I can work together and make it out of this alive. But I will tell you this, I will not fight you unless it's just you and I standing left. If there's 3 of us, then I'm going to go after the other one. And you could either take advantage of that by hitting me, or you could help me kill him, and then we would have no choice but to fight each other. Until that time, I am your ally.
I am going to do the same as I did in my last game, and I will not raise my weapon against anyone who does not raise their weapon against me. If that means trying to get through one of those portals, then I think I'd rather do that than fight against you, definitely, and against anyone else. I can tell you about the room. All I know is about the room is it's called That's where Dave steps in and reminds me of what he told me it was called.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah. No.
Quantum.
It's called the
Quantum
something
of
of
Darkness.
darkness.
Yeah.
The Quantum of Darkness. It's called
Wonderful.
the Quantum of Darkness, and there will be 2 trials to unlock the portals to leave. Do with that as you will. I know you don't have any interest in leaving out the portals, but until the Nibasu is either dead or kills one of us, then that will be my target.
Perfect. And you know I have protections.
And so ends the 3 minutes and the intermission action and all intermission actions. So I will bring you all back now and we will get the show on the road. Thank you both. The position of the players here now and characters is also according to their targeting. So Pat will be number 1 on the D6. Or I should say Death Trap will be. Matt will be number 2, Meatball number 3, Racknell 4, Turds 5, and Windwalker number 6. So at this point, we are just coming back after the intermission actions, and as you all find yourselves somewhere within the Fate's Hand Tavern, you suddenly feel that you're being compressed into a central area. And with the elements of stone and wood and the torchlight here at the Fate's Hand Tavern just kind of flickering for a moment, you find yourselves together once again, standing under the archway of the gated gallery, with Thermgul in his red and gold finest robes, looking a little bit too excited for what's about to happen. A very large smile on his face, and as he comes into view of the lot of you, and you take a glance around to see what has changed about your fellow contestants, he begins nodding his head. Oh, yes, everyone, it is time. This is my most favorite time of each episode, where all the preparations have been made, all the words have been exchanged, and all that's left is the actions. And I can't wait to see who's been lying to who. I know at least one of you has been acting under false pretense. Maybe someone's going to get stabbed in the back. Let's hope, anyway. But if you would all follow me, let's get to it, shall we? And as he turns his back, he begins sort of floating through the gated gallery. And you see now that many of the stones are not visible as they once were. There isn't that defined 3 rows, or 3 columns, I should say, representing the various games. Now everything is all kind of mashed into one with this staggered line of stone, like monolithic obelisks. Time to determine the order in which you guys are going to be taking your actions. So we're going to roll some initiative. So we will start in order here. If Death Trap could go first. Perception check 15. I'm going to throw that right into D&D Beyond. Matt, perception check as well. This one is a 14. Meatball, perception 18. Thank you, Racknell. 24, natural 20. Just can't wait to get in there. Turds, going for the int check. 21. What a clever fellow. Windwalker. Not one of you rolling initiative during our initiative check. 20 there. I think we've got everything. In initiative order, before stepping into the portal, you have 6 seconds to say what you want to say, and if you could also describe anything that is different or obvious about your characters, please. Starting with Thracknell Witchbane.
Then yeah, as Ragnell walks forward, you see he's got a different bow strung on his back. It seems to kind of look barbed at each of the kind of ends of it. He also seems to have 2 kind of bandoliers strung across his chest with like tiny knives, and little balls of maybe rope kind of curled up about fist-sized on his on each of his thighs. For flavor, those are all in his pack, but yeah, he walks up to the gates, kind of turns back to everyone. Well, good hunting, everyone, and I'll say, I appeal to your greed. We have a chance that the other groups didn't, and that's a real one to kill this monster without being stabbed in the back. I suggest we take it before we commence the activities. And he goes through.
Turds.
Turds looks no different than how he did before. He addresses everyone saying, while I have no doubt that you are quite acquainted with my own reputation, I look forward to our next steps becoming familiar with your own. He'll remove his hat, bowing to the group respectfully. As he does, the metallic turds behind him will do the same, also showing a smooth chrome dome, matching the bald head of Turds Fargo himself. And then he'll proceed through.
Thank you, Turds. Windwalker.
Windwalker walks up to the portal, takes a moment to concentrate, reaching out to feel for any magic that may be in the area, expanding on his magic awareness. And as he finishes that, he turns to each of them, looks them all in the eye, and says, I respect each and every one of you for your fighting ability. Unfortunately, we may have to come to blows. That does not lessen my respect. And I step through the portal.
Okay, so just from a mechanical point of view with that ability, can you just read that out, please, Windwalker?
Sure. As an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell or magic item, you learn which school of magic it belongs to.
Okay, so what I would ask of each of you is any magic items or spells that are active on you, if you could directly message Windwalker so that he is aware and that no one else will be. And then in post, we'll get it figured out so that on the YouTube video, it'll show up there as well. Okay, with Windwalker having stepped through, that brings us to Meatball.
Meatball looks pretty much the same as well. His maul maybe looks a bit more spiky, but apart from that, he's the same. He's got his half plate on that thematically crackles a bit, like lightning across it, and rumbles. He just turns to, well, the last 2 and says, well, unfortunately only 3 of us are going to make it out of here. Good luck to 2 of you. And steps into the portal.
Forgot to cover what's in your hands, so we'll just do that real quick with Meatball right now. So what's in your hands going in?
My maul.
Maul, okay.
Yep.
And Racknell?
He has his bow, that's it.
Turds?
Turds has a rapier in one hand and a small metal tool in the other. Smith tools.
Okay. Actually, for clarity, what is it?
It's his Smith tools. It's his focus.
Okay, got you. And Windwalker?
Holding his great sword in 2 hands.
Okay. Excellent. Then that brings us to Death Trap.
So Death Trap comes out of his last IA, walking what appears to be a spirit nightmare. He hops up on the horse, casts a spell. That skull on his shield again projects out. See the shield protecting him, and also the horse. No matter where you are, it's facing you. Obviously, Shield of Fate. Other than that, he's got the shield in his left hand, the reins in his right hand, and he nods to everybody and says, "We can do this," and he will go through. Shield in the left hand and the reins of the nightmare in his right.
And Matt.
Okay, so what you see with Matt is, as he walks towards the portal, is he's holding a shield in his hands, nothing in his other hands, but you also see that a rapier is strapped to his side. There is also a sling and a pouch, a couple of pouches around him. He looks around. "Oh, Veronica, get over here!" And you see Veronica run up to him, and this time Veronica's a bit different. Rather being a red drake, a red goanna, instead her color has changed, and she is looks almost cold to the touch, icy blue, as she walks up behind him. And you're just like, "All right, everyone, we got a job to do. Take out the pest, move on with our lives, and we will be happy chappies. Let's go."
And with that, our introductions are complete, everyone. As you all step into the portal, you feel the firm grasp of the shadowed hands get a hold of you and begin to pull you into the darkness. You see or feel the light of the Fate's Hand Tavern fade behind you. And suddenly beneath you, a room begins to come into focus. And as you are all descending into your starting point, you can see that this area here is 50-foot square. There are these wooden staircases that lead up to doorways in the four corners of this central room. You immediately notice that although most of the floor is stone, there are some wooden panels that are painted in various colors. So 2 green here, 2 white, 2 red, and 2 blue. Although you as contestants can see the numbers on these rooms around the outer perimeter, and you can also see these wooden things here with gems on them, the characters can't see that at all, and in fact, it is completely masked in darkness. We're now going to determine who is going to start where. Ragnall, if you could just roll me a D8, please. 7. Okay, Ragnall, you're going to be this dark elf looking mini. Turds, a 5. Halfling looking mini for you. You're starting over here. After Turds, if we could have Windwalker roll a D8, please. A 1. You are this Conan looking mini right here. Meatball. Meatball also rolls a 1. Meatball, I have this rogue looking mini for you. I know it's not appropriate, but that's what we've got for now. Because 1 is taken, you shift over to position 2. Death Trap, a 6. Here. Mount here, and with yourself here. Matt, 2. So position 2 is taken, using I think the same mini you used last time, the red caped gentleman here. And of course, one thing I forgot to mention is the creature that's inhabiting this central area, flying up near the ceiling. You see a Nabasu.
I hate flyers.
He's got to come to us. Don't worry.
And he is in the center at 50 feet of altitude currently. And we'll kick things off at the top of round 1 with Bracknell Witchbane.
Awesome. Then yeah, he's going to pull out some arrows and start taking shots.
Okay, go ahead and take your shot.
All right, first attack.
And you can see this creature when you all first descended. Ooh, 28 to hit.
Wow.
Go ahead and roll your
Nice.
damage. It was like clenched onto the ceiling with these incredibly strong limbs. Although it's a very sleek-looking, nimble creature, very strong.
Not good damage
So
on that.
5 magical piercing.
Magical piercing with the vicious longbow. Gonna
Nice.
take a second attack. Only a 15 to hit.
15. This time the arrow ricochets off the ceiling.
And he is near Death Trap right now. I will move over 30 feet to try to get within 5 feet of him and close to the door.
Okay.
Within 10 feet of him and close to the door.
Within 10 feet, close to the door? Yeah, you could get up to here with 30.
Okay. Do I benefit from the aura?
So, as you're walking up the stairs, taking a look at the door in front of you, right now you can see that there are 2 holes at about chest height for you. And there's like holes and then like a ring around each one. And the holes and the rings currently are just black.
Okay. And that's going to be end of turn.
It is now Turd's turn.
Turds is going to cast Bless on himself, Matt, and Bracknell. These are the ones that I
Okay, so
know would be able to hit at a long distance.
Turds, Matt, and Racknell. Oh, Racknell.
What's the range on Bless?
30 feet.
So the last part of it dissipates into the ether. Windwalker, your turn.
First, climb to the top of those stairs that are immediately adjacent to me.
Up to here?
Mm-hmm. And I've made a poor choice of weapon in hand, so I'm going to stow greatsword, draw my longbow, but I won't be able to fire it because drawing it is an action.
Meatball.
Let's be really reckless, shall we? I'm going to run up the stairs, the closest stairs to me. And how far is a standing jump?
Nowhere near 30 feet for sure.
I don't need 30 feet. Am I only 30 feet away from him from there, did you say?
Well, no, you're 10 feet high right now.
So I'm 40 feet away.
Yeah.
So could I do a 10-foot standing jump?
Yeah. I'm just gonna. What would you like to do as you're jumping?
So basically, I'm going to jump, and then when I get 10 feet, I'm going to use my Eladrin ability, Face Step, to face step to the roof and try and grapple him.
Oh,
Oh, wow!
nice. Okay.
That's ballsy.
All right.
I
And in
love
that
it.
case,
And as a bonus action, as I'm running up the stairs, I'm going to go into rage.
okay. So bonus action.
Oh,
rage.
shit. No, I can't. Damn it. I'm going to do it without the rage. Yeah, I'll still do it, but without the
Wait,
rage.
Yeah, I mean, you said the other one first, so that's no problem.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
All right, so you've used 25 feet of your movement to get up there.
Yep.
Jumping, you can only jump with the remaining movement you have. So
I have
five more
35 feet.
So
I have
15.
35 I have 35 more feet movement.
35 feet movement.
So-
Okay.
Yeah, I've got 60 feet movement in total. So
All right. Just gonna double check. What's your strength?
16.
16.
Yeah.
And how tall are you?
I can't remember how tall I said I was in my first episode, but I think it was like 5'11", apparently.
Okay. Excellent. In that case, I'll give you the with a running start, even though it's not in the right direction and it doesn't specify. So high jump is 6 feet off the ground. You can reach up and grab something 15 feet off the ground if I'm being generous.
All right, so
here.
yeah, so if I jumped 6 and then teleported 30, then I'd be able to reach up 4 to try and grab it.
Yeah, I'd give that to you, yeah. So I'm going to put you up on the rise.
Say rule of 4, you gotta do this.
This is so cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. Oh, man.
I am
Kudos.
hoping this works for you.
Kudos, man.
Hey, you got it.
Hey, you knocked him down.
Got him.
Yeah, you just
pile driving demons.
You just
Okay,
see me.
while I
like,
fix this-
sprint.
Go ahead and give me your athletics.
So, athletics versus athletics, Chad.
Well, the defender can choose acrobatics as well.
Oh.
Oh shit, I just shattered my mini. Oh, well.
Ooh.
I heard I heard hearts break across the world.
Yeah, it was at that moment that Dave snapped.
That must have been a good grapple.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was.
Crushed him.
All right, just bringing up the character sheet. A 21.
I'm gonna fate sphere that.
Rerolling that athletics defense.
Yes.
11.
Nice.
H2, well used.
Yep. All right, so you have successfully grappled the creature. Anything else for you?
Do you know what? I'm gonna drop my maul to the ground,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna punch the Nabasu. I get 2 attacks per action.
Yep.
One of them was to grapple. The other one is to punch the thing.
Okay.
Does it
So
not
it's-
fall? Oh,
Yeah, we're getting to it. I just wanted to give him his attack first. Yeah. Okay, so you punch. 9
then
is
I'm gonna
not
punch.
enough. It's just like flailing wildly with its arms, and your punch does not connect.
I'm gonna punch again.
Oh, you get an extra attack?
Yeah, because I've got another action because I'm of haste.
Okay. Yep. Go.
Oh well, I tried.
Both punches impact into his thick hide, but just with your weight, you hear a little bit of a scream come from the creature as its claws come away from the ceiling, bringing with it a bit of rock as you both plummet to the floor from 50 feet.
Ooh.
So I'll just
Fine.
roll that same amount of damage for both of you.
Yeah.
So that would be 5d6.
Yeah.
As you take 18 bludgeoning, and the creature takes 9.
like, I think there's a difference between it taking bludgeoning from non-magical attacks and just fall damage is not considered an attack.
We're sticking to raw. I'll add it in, but Todd, if you want to just double check, and if there's an error, let me know. But otherwise, yeah, no, that's a good call, guys. Thank you very much for bringing that up. That brings us to Death Trap.
If I move 25 feet and get next to it, am I within 10 feet of Meatball so he's in my aura?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I just can't see from here.
You're in melee range of the downed creature, and Meatball is within 10 feet.
Okay, I want to be a little bit to the side because I'm going to have my horse go trample him. I figure he's prone. I'm going to make the horse attack him also. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attack him while he's down. Pull my longsword and make my first attack with the longsword at advantage. That's going to miss, I'm sure.
Sorry, that's a guiding bolt, though. That's not a longsword.
Yeah, that's not the
Oh,
right
okay.
one.
How did that happen?
Also,
Oh, wow.
should you roll your mounts in initiative?
Yeah, let's roll that.
Sorry, I always roll something wrong every time.
That's okay.
So it's got a 16.
All right, so 16. So it would go right before you.
Perfect. So I have telepathy with it, so I can instruct it to attack. And
Okay.
I will, on previous version, I could burn my reaction to do that if I need to.
Yep. Okay, I'm good with that.
Okay. All right, so let me see. Actions, hooves. It's a +6 to attack. So we will roll that just on a straight 20 and add 6 to it.
And this is a trample attack?
It's hoofs. If the hoofs hit, then it can trample.
Oh, okay.
It'd also be with advantage because it's prone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ah, good point. So I rolled 1 and got a 3. I'll roll the second one. I should have known that, but he's going to miss. But I do know I want him where he's going to be 5 feet from me, so it doesn't matter. I can't mount him anyway because I moved too far. Okay. So do you want me to re-roll the attack that I rolled wrong?
Yes, please.
And that is going to hit.
24
Sure.
definitely hits.
All right, so I'm going to roll damage for the first attack, which is a mere 4, but I got to inspire these people and do paladin things, so I'm going to drop a first level smite on him,
Okay.
because I want them to know we could actually hurt this thing.
Did you say first level smite?
Yes.
Is that the
fiend,
D8 or 2?
so I get an extra D8. 'cause
It's a fiend. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
Excellent.
should have called that.
So the 4 was magical slashing?
Yes, vicious longsword, correct. And then I will make my second attack.
That also hits.
All right. So rolling damage, not great, but a 4. I'm not going to smite him again. I am going to say quickly to everybody, we could take this thing in 3 or 4 rounds if we work together. And I'm going to turn to the Nabasu and say in Abyssal, because I assume he understands that those souls do not belong to you. I intend on taking them back.
Okay, Matt, you are up.
Okay, excellent. Having seen what Meatball just did, that's what inspires Matt. And Matt's just like, Righty, that's amazing! Great, let's do this! And he will, as a bonus action, be like, Veronica, get in there and give a smack to that thing! And then he will use his movement to get next to Death Trap,
Okay.
adjacent to the creature.
There you go.
Zephyr Strike, so it will empower it. It's already advantage anyway, so... And I have Bless on top of that, so I'm going to add that Bless.
Does hit.
Cool, so that will do this damage. And as I attack it and hit it, the Zephyr Strike damage happens, and then it transfers into my favored foe as well. So my concentration from Zephyr Strike changes to favored foe. So I'll roll favored foe first, and Zephyr Strike.
Nice.
19.
Very nice.
19
That's my-
magical?
And sorry, Veronica, she will use her reaction to empower my strike with her infused strike, which gives me 1d6 cold damage.
3
So that's
cold?
three cold damage on top of the whatever I rolled there. Right, so that was my first attack. My next attack follows up with advantage, so that was almost a nat 20, and I roll a d4 on top of this. So I need a 3. 18 to hit.
Yep, it's 2.
Doing 8 magical damage. And that's Matt. And Matt's just like, Crikey, get out of it while I'm going. It's good, gents. Next will be Veronica's turn. And because I instructed Veronica to attack, Veronica will run up next to it. And she will attack with advantage, probably missing.
Yeah, 13 is not enough. So, lying there, surrounded, having been attacked a bunch of times, she is going to try to break out of that grapple. So, another contested check.
Yeah, is this athletics again for me, yeah?
Yep. So 24. So the Nabasu does break free of the grapple. Use 20 to stand up. And then it's going to take off to start flying, and will attempt to fly 40 feet up, which is how much movement it would have left, because it has 60 feet of flying movement. So as it starts to take off, obviously there's going to be some opportunity attacks. I'll just do those in initiative order. So first up that is in range would be Meatball at disadvantage because you're prone. Would you like to use your reaction to take an attack?
Sure. I'm not using it for anything else. So it's going to be unarmed because I dropped my maul next to me.
Is he flanking? Like, is there someone on the opposite side of him?
Actually, yeah, you are. So it's a straight roll.
So it's a flat roll. Okay.
17 would not be enough to hit it.
I need to work out how I'm doing this. How do I roll a custom dice? Because I've got half bless. We'll do a d4 and half.
We'll cut it in half. Yeah.
Half bless.
Yeah.
So 2, so 90. Yeah. Potions.
Yeah. Okay, so that would hit. Good. Okay, so go ahead and roll your damage. Unarmed strike.
It's just
4.
it's flat 4. Yeah.
So the nightmare will attack with his hooves with a +6. And he does 18 plus 6 is 24.
That hits.
So that is 10, 14, half of that is 7.
7 damage.
Veronica will use her reaction, which she just got back, to empower that strike with 1d6 of cold damage. So if you want to roll that.
Okay. The horse thanks you. So 5.
Which brings us to Death Trap.
Absolutely, I'm going to hit it. That's going to miss, even at advantage.
Yeah. It ducks down to gather the strength in its legs to lurch upwards. Then be Matt.
I don't need to add a bless to that, but
Nope.
yeah.
So that is it, I believe. So it does take off. It's going to fly up into this corner with how much movement it was 30? It's 30 feet altitude right now. At the end of round 1, you see all of these colored squares. All the symbols on them illuminate, and you see like magical circles slowly circling around on the floor on each of these wooden colored panels. Similarly, on the doors, the rings around those 2 holes on each of the doors also start to turn matching colors to the same colors that you see on the floor here. So each one of the rings is changing from like green to white to blue to red in like a continuous changing pattern at the end of round 1 here. Ragnall is up first.
You know what? I think Meatball has inspired Ragnall here.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I think Ragnall is going to jump toward it to get out within 15 feet. And then he is going to use a quick toss to throw a net at it.
Oh, okay. Can you just read out quick toss?
Cool. So, quick toss. As a bonus action, you can expend 1 superiority die and make a ranged weapon attack with a weapon that has the thrown property.
Mm-hmm.
You can draw the weapon as part of making this attack. If you hit the superiority die is added to the damage. To be clear, a net does no damage and cannot have damage added to it, as much as that would be fun. So regardless, this will do 0 points of damage. But yeah, he grabs one of the net balls and kind of throws it at the Basu. Failing that, he's going to use his action to... he's going to object his reaction, pull out another net, and use his action to attack with the net.
Okay. Yeah.
That boy's restrained.
So there's no save, eh? It's just an attack roll with a net?
A creature can make its action to make a DC 10 strength check, freeing itself or another creature within reach. Dealing 5 slashing damage, AC 10 also frees the creature. Now, the fun thing is, I also have Sharpshooter, so that means that I can throw the net at its full 15 feet without disadvantage. Because a net does have a special property, though, I can throw it once as a bonus action, and it takes... I can only throw 1 as an action. That kind of ends my series of actions. I cannot make more attacks.
Oh, okay.
So I can't make any more bow attacks. But that Nabasu is going to be kill Basu in just a minute here.
Wow.
That was sick. That is so cool.
All right, so it is restrained. It does fall 30 feet.
Wow.
3d6 damage to it. So it takes 10 full damage, as we've established.
I believe I also am falling 10 feet, so
Yep.
I'll also take 1d6. And I take 6 damage from that. He jumped 5, will stand up with 15. We'll look back at Meatball and just be like, that was the coolest thing I've seen so far. This time, all yours. And we'll then move back 10 feet away from the Basu.
That brings us to turds.
If I were to attack it, it is at advantage, correct?
Yep, it's restrained
Okay.
and prone.
In that case, then he will take the attack action with the rapier. And because he has extra attack, he'll be doing it twice.
Natural
Hell yeah.
20 for a critical hit. Go
Nice.
ahead and roll your damage towards Fargo. Keeping in mind our house rule, so it's
Will be
8
that
damage
plus an
right
8.
off the bat, plus your rolled damage. So
Okay, so that'll be
18.
And it is magical piercing damage.
It is magical?
Mhm.
Okay,
The rapier is infused.
it's infused. All right.
He'll be doing it again.
That's another crit towards Fargo. Come on. No,
Almost.
27 to hit.
Wow.
That is a hit. 12 more magical piercing damage delivered to this creature.
Hell yeah.
Anything else for turds? As you skewer this thing twice as it's caught up in the net.
I'm going to use my bonus action to command the Steel Defender to move to where that net is. I'm assuming as long as that's not tingling his feet or anything. So he's right next to me.
25 would get you beside the creature.
And yes, I'll have him grapple.
Grapple the creature?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make your athletics.
All right, so it'll be whatever this roll is plus 5.
Holy cow. 10 for the Nabasu.
Oof,
Oh.
did not work.
So not grappled. Windwalker, your turn.
Well, I've got my bow out, so I'm just gonna take aim and fire with my bow. Rolled a 1. I rolled a 1.
Oh, yeah.
You can have 10 disadvantage and 1 advantage. It's just straight roll at that point.
Oh,
They
fair.
always cancel each other. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay, so the arrow clatters off the floor and snaps.
I only get 1 attack per round, so that's my attack. Pre-object interaction, I am going to stow my bow, and I'm going to move 30 feet closer to the action, so that next round I can pull my greatsword.
530.
That's good enough.
Okay. That makes it Meatball's turn.
Meatball's going to use half his movement to stand up.
Okay.
He's going to use his free object interaction to pick up his maul. He's going to move 30 feet towards the Nabasu.
So 30 can get you
Oh,
to
perfect.
here, unless anyone's taking opportunity attacks. Veronica and Matt in particular.
No.
Bonus action, rage. I'm going to take 3 attacks, and I'm going to do them all Great Weapon Master.
Jeez. Okay.
So
Read for the rest of it.
first attack is
This is the tenderizing of the meat.
16 plus 1, 17.
17. Yeah, you managed to make contact with the creature, but it's at an angle where it deflects off.
I'm gonna use a fate sphere to redo that roll. Does that reroll? Do I reroll the whole thing?
Well, you'd have to, at this point, you would have to re-roll the blast.
Oh shit! Yeah, because
I wouldn't do it.
No, I'm not gonna bother. I've still got 2 attacks.
Okay.
Okay, so a second attack with advantage. A 22 to hit.
Yeah, it's dull
Sorry.
thud with that impact.
Oh, wait, sorry. -5 is 17. And then add the bless, which
Okay.
is going to be a 1, which will hit. So then it will be 17 bludgeoning damage.
Magical?
Yep. And then third attack. I'm just going to throw a fate sphere. Just because I want to reroll. Do I get to reroll that whole thing with advantage?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I want to get the crit.
Crit fish.
No, I didn't, but I still hit it.
We haven't seen it yet.
Oh, no, I haven't. No,
Yeah, you're at
Should have taken
14 currently.
Should have taken the first one.
And that was your second one used for the day.
Yes, and that was my third attack.
And that makes it the steed's turn. Death Trap Steed.
I'm assuming it would just wait for a command. So
Okay. Yeah, if that's the assumption you want to make, I'm okay with that.
All right. Then I am basically on my turn gonna telepathize with it to, I don't know how to verbally say it, but I want to base from the view I have, I want it to move up against a wall from our view to the right. So it'd be not away from the Nabasu, but yes, correct, down that path up against the wall. Because I
Okay.
don't want him in the way.
You want to move yourself there or the steed?
No, just the mount.
Okay.
I want him to move.
Alright. It is a large creature.
Yeah.
So it does squeeze here technically to get through this spot.
Right. I mean, I don't know if anybody wants to attack it or not, but
So 20, 25, 30.
that's fine.
Okay. Excellent.
Now, is there an open spot next to the Nabasu that I could walk to in 30 feet?
25 can get you here. And
Okay, that's where I'll go then.
right, I'm just going to move the net momentarily 5 feet over.
This might surprise you, but I'm going to attack it with my vicious longsword.
Okay.
That is not going to do it. And he will make his second attack. Come on, dum-dum. That's better. 21.
This time you connect. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So that will be 7.
7 magical slashing. That makes it Matt's turn.
Matt is just going to be hooting and hollering and be like, yeah, let's get this in there. Woo! And he will run on over into that last space which is left by as everyone is just collapsing on this creature. I think you said there was one free space there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be crowded with all the condition rings. So you are in this space here, okay? But I'm just going to sit you on top.
Be like, let's get to exterminating! And he'll drive his rapier into it with advantage. I don't need to add a bless to that, so that will be that plus this, because so that will be 10 damage. Because I didn't use the favored foe from the reaction, so that's 10 now.
Yeah.
Yep, and then he will attack a second time. I can't get 18. As a bonus action, tell Veronica to attack it if it escapes. So that's his turn. Veronica's turn will move up to being... So she will just stay behind the gaggle of people there, looking for an opportunity to come through, but that will be her turn.
It is the creature's turn. It's going to take the attack action, so it is going to try to carve its way out of the net. What's the DC on the net again, Sean? Or
It has to do slashing damage. It
has
cannot
to.
do any type of other damage type, but it is a DC, I believe AC of 10, and it has 5 HP. If it has a slashing attack, it can do that.
Oh, well, that's just dirty.
It's mean, isn't it? It's a mean little trick.
It is.
So if it doesn't have slashing damage, it's got to use its action to get out, or it's still restrained.
Okay, then it will use its action to try to get out. Oh my god. Alright, so it does manage to rip its way out. It's going to stand up for half its movement. It's going to stay where it is for now. Which would end its turn. It's just going to stand its ground, which brings us to the bottom of round 2. As there is a sudden flash of light, as Death Trap is teleported to here, along with Veronica.
No.
Steel defender of turds, right?
Yep.
And Windwalker is teleported to here. And the Steed
That's mean.
is teleported to here.
That's nasty.
First question, Windwalker, do you have dark vision?
No, I do not.
Then you are currently blind. Does the Steed have dark vision?
I doubt it, but let me take a look.
I doubt it too, but we'll see.
Nope.
So it is blind. Steel Defender, Veronica.
Yep.
Veronica does?
Yep.
Okay, Steel Defender
Does have dark vision.
does? Alright. And Death Trap.
I do not.
Death Trap is blinded. That brings us to the end of round 2. Racknell's turn.
Okay, the Nabasu is still there, just standing.
The Nabasu is still there, but it's standing.
Cool. Another quick toss. Pulls out another net.
Love it.
All right, action. Throw another net.
Okay, so action, throw another one. What's the range?
The range is 15 feet. Oh my god, those two would have automatically missed because I didn't move any closer.
So
I could have moved
misses
closer.
because it doesn't make it to him.
Okay, damn. That's on me.
Death Trap. At this point, you hear and feel wind whipping all about you as in the darkness, something is attacking Death Trap. As it actually moves in to occupy all 4 of these spaces. As Veronica, the Steel Defender, and Death Trap feel that they are caught up in some sort of whirlwind. And I need a strength saving throw from Death Trap.
Nice.
22. Okay. Alright, so you stand your ground. Veronica, if I could get a strength save from Veronica, please.
Yeah. So 13 plus whatever the aura it gives.
Okay.
2.
So that's a success
Plus 2.
as well. Steel Defender, please. I'm pouring a beer, not urinating, just in case that...
That was a dice rolling.
Or it'd be that +2 plus whatever from aura. No, I don't know if that's enough for me.
Ugh.
Okay, so the Steel Defender is hit for 17 bludgeoning damage and is also flung in the direction of number 4. So 1, 2. Is prone and takes 2d6 more damage. So another 5 to the Steel Defender. Turds, it's your turn.
Turds will use the cantrip Green Flame Blade on Nobusu.
No, 10, not enough, is it?
Yeah,
With
even if I use Bless, it's not going to be enough.
astonishing speed, it dodges out of the way.
Are you flanking, or I can't see who's where?
No, Turds
I
is
really
not
can't tell.
currently flanking. Oh wait, you're down in here, yeah, so he's flanking with you. Yeah, so you'd have advantage. Good call, Matt.
But okay,
That will definitely hit.
so 9 magical piercing plus 2 fire damage. That'll be the end of Turd's turn.
For the Steel Defender, it must take a dodge action unless you use a bonus action to command it to do otherwise.
I guess if it's out of earshot, I can't tell it to do something, so then
Yeah, definitely out of earshot.
it'll at least move back to where it was on the that platform.
20 to get back to where it was.
Okay.
Windwalker's turn next. Windwalker, you are blinded. You hear the sound of, like foliage and like leaves crumpling together and the sounds of sticks breaking, and it's approaching you at a high rate of speed.
Okay.
So you're blinded, but you can tell that there is a creature that is currently right here.
And that's using my 17 passive perception.
Yeah.
I am going to bonus action rage. As part of my bonus action, that triggers a wild surge. So I've got to roll for that.
Is that a D8? Yeah, okay, D8.
Yep. And it's a 7. On the chart, 7 is flowers and vines temporarily grow around me until my rage ends. The ground within 15 feet of me is difficult terrain for my enemies.
That's real.
And do not have a weapon in hand because I was preparing to pull my greatsword. I am going to pull my bow and fire in a general direction, I guess at disadvantage.
Correct, yep.
That would be a miss.
And that makes it Meatball's turn.
So unfortunately, the Nabasu is stood up this time. So I'm going to reckless attack. Same as last time. Reckless attack, Great Weapon Master, 3 attacks.
Okay.
I am going to look around a bit confused as to where everyone has gone, though.
A very noticeable sound of like a as everyone disappeared.
So attack number 1 with advantage, Great Weapon Master, a 20 to hit. Oh no, that's a 15 to hit. And no, I can't do anything with that. Second attack makes it an 18.
Yep, so this one hits.
Oh wait, sorry, 21, 22, 23 magical because of my 2 rage.
Ouch, you hear the breaking of bones as the creature absorbs a hit from that maul.
The sound of that sort of spurs Meatball on, so he winds his arm back for a third attack and crits.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
So I've already worked this out, so I'm going to roll this straight. It's 2d6 plus 34.
Nice.
Wow, holy crap.
34.
So it's this plus 34, and I'll go through the math. So it's a flat 12 because of the extra, because of the rules.
Yeah.
Plus 3 because of my bonus to hit. Plus 2 because of rage. Plus 10 because Great Weapon Master.
27.
Plus 7 because of the vicious weapon.
Yeah.
34 total?
Yeah.
Plus 8.
Plus 2 d6 that I've just rolled, so it's 42 magical bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
And
it
and-
gets bent over sideways as you hit it in the ribs, and you just hear more and more snaps, and it lets out a horrific scream. It is still standing, but that was how much? 43?
42.
42.
And then, because it is the meaning of life and it's Great Weapon Master, I get to use a bonus action to do another attack. Because of Great Weapon Master. If you crit on a Great Weapon Master, you get to use a bonus action to make another weapon attack.
Wow.
Because it's reckless, I get to do it with advantage again. And that's 24, that's a 19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Great Weapon Master attack. 11.
11 total, okay, including your rage?
Oh no, sorry, 13.
13 total. All right.
Yeah. Ah, that was a
Yeah,
nice.
the creature is extremely hurt and is kind of stumbling around at this moment, looking for the exits that are not there. That hurt. That makes it Death Trap's turn.
So something's still blowing around me, right?
That's right. Yeah, you're in some sort of like a wind funnel right now.
Since I assume that it's a creature around me, I mean, I don't know, but I'm assuming it's some sort of air elemental, I'm going to attack it. That's a whopping 9.
Yeah, no, you flail around, but you don't connect with anything of substance within there.
Second attack, also at disadvantage, is a 7. And he is going to use his shield master feat to try to shove it. That is a 22.
Right, it's going to do acrobatics to try to maintain its balance. It fails. So it's shoved 5 feet or 10?
5 feet. It just uses a regular shove. So
So Veronica is still in it. It's occupying the one square with Veronica on it. Okay, that makes it Matt's turn.
Seeing the massive blows that Meatball just did makes Matt very happy, and he is going to go for it. Right, well, I will action attack it. Oh my god, are you... What? Alright, well, I got another attack, so...
Yeah.
Alright, so that will hit.
I was hoping I was going to get at least one attack out of the creature. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Roll damage.
We'll see.
Okay, sweet. So 13 magical piercing damage.
Matt, how would you like to describe the demise of the Nabasu?
Woo! Yeah, let's do it. So I guess Meatball just like cracks it in the side, and Matt just like looks and kind of like sort of mistakenly gets in the way of the backswing of Meatball, which is what he misses. And then the next attack though, just straight through its open mouth, straight into the back of its head. And then he's going to be like, "Boy, you didn't see that one coming, did ya?"
At this moment, time seems to stand still. As the creature slumps down dead, there's no need to slump over. You all find yourselves frozen. In that moment, Tharamgul appears in the middle of the room holding a chest. And he kind of like bends down, drops it, and you can see that on the front is a very interesting looking lock with 2 circles on it. Sorry, 3 circles on it. Congratulations to the group of you. I thought for sure that this Nabasu would at least still be able to take one of you out. His acrobatics and athletics flying around. You are all a force to contend with, and I congratulate you. So, this will be a modified short rest. You all can level up to level 7. You get whatever abilities you get with level 7. You get your additional hit die maxed out plus con, but you cannot use any hit dice to heal. Not that many of you need to heal. Tharamgul disappears. Is now a chest in the center of the room. However, what you notice where this lock is, there's no seam on the inside, like on the chest, separating the lid from the like main container space. Just this intricate, like arcane looking device on the front. So Matt, in this moment of time, a moment in time, you feel the everything stop around you. You hear Tharamgul say his piece. The chest drops down behind you guys. He takes off. The Nabasu is lying dead. It's in the middle of your turn, but after returning to the Fate Sand Tavern, you hear the like disembodied voice of Tharamgul say, "Well, that element of our show is over. You all know what happens next. 2 of you can flee. The rest of you are fighting to the death. So let's see who will emerge the strongest. Good luck to all of you." And we will whip back into Matt's turn after your first attack.
Second attack, actually.
Oh, that was your second. Oh, right. The first one missed. Yep.
Well, I will look at Meatball and be like, "I got no beef with you. You helped me take that down. But, I mean, he's just like stuttering because he's not sure what's to go now. He's never had to be in this position. However, he will bonus action Zephyr Strike. And he's like no offense, I don't trust if you're going to swing at me or not. And he will. So with the bonus action, Zephyr Striker gives him no opportunity attacks. And using his 30 feet of movement, he will. Shit, where am I going? This is a dangerous place. Move next to Racknell. So one to your left of the screen. Yep, there. That's perfect. I've got that much distance to go. And he will just be like, action surge.
Action surge.
And using his action, he's going to pop out his wings. So he now has wings and his eyes glow with holy light. And he's just like, I got no beef with anyone. And that's his turn at this stage. I am concerned, but yes.
Then that makes it creature's turn. In room
Oh, it's the
4.
Nabasu's turn. Oh, wait.
Oh, right. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, so sad.
There are more creatures.
Yeah. Let me have this one.
What is it, a shambling mound? Was the garbage heap from Fraggle Rock?
5, 10, 15, 20. So it manages to move 2 squares closer to you. The range of that is only 5 feet, so it is unable. So it's gonna dash and move to engage with Windwalker, but cannot attack. So that is the end of that creature's turn. Next up, we have the creature that is in area 5. As it is going to take a multi-attack to make a slam attack with advantage against the steed. Okay, so it does get crit. Roll damage is going to be 7 plus 16 on that first attack.
It's gone.
23.
You said 7. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's gone.
As the steed is slammed into oblivion. That ends that creature's turn. Brings us up to the top of round 4 for Racknell. At the top of the round, Death Trap is teleported back to you.
Hi, guys.
Death Trap, you can now see around your wrist a white glow that matches the glow around the doorway and the floor space that you just came from. Veronica comes back and you see a white glow around Veronica's neck.
Does the creature come?
No, the creature does not. Windwalker is back. Racknell, you are up.
Racknell is going to bonus action Blessing of the Raven Queen to get over in front of the chest. 30 feet to get there, if that is possible. He will use an object interaction to attempt to open it with the buttons.
As you go to lift the chest, the lid does not seem to want to move at all. And now that you're closer to it, whatever this device is at the front has these 3 rings that are just slowly rotating and just have like a shadowy ring and then like metal and then a shadowy ring, metal, and then another shadowy ring. I'm just going to say this because I'll probably add it to the rules anyway. When a creature is killed and the treasure chest is there, it can only be opened by the survivors. So those 3 rings now are the souls of the survivors will unlock the chest. Or sorry, the souls of the deceased will unlock the chest.
Okay, and I would have that knowledge prior to moving.
Yeah, just from a meta point of view, I don't want you to waste anything trying to open this chest because it cannot be opened. So
Okay, then he would.
And the difficult terrain is difficult terrain for those that are not my allies, so I would allow him to move freely in that area.
Okay.
Or he teleported.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he teleported because he didn't want to deal with the difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to metagame too hard, so I'll still use the Blessing of the Raven Queen, but I'll get on the other side of the chest.
Okay.
Then he is going to take the dodge action.
Okay. Turds, it is your turn. Actually, no, it's still the Air Elemental's turn because there is someone there. So, to attack the Steel Defender. It didn't recharge, so it's going to make 2 slam attacks. First one would be
he has been taking dodge.
Took dodge? Okay, so it's a disadvantage. 19. 10 bludgeoning on the first attack. Second one, disadvantage. It's still a 23, so that is an additional 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. The Steel Defender crumbles.
Okay. That's it for the Air Elemental. It is now Turds, Fargo's turn.
As a bonus action, he will cast Sanctuary.
For your action or movement?
I'll take the dodge action, and I will move to the closest corner of that blue square that's 10 feet away from me.
Okay. Dodge action. In the closest corner of this blue square.
And I'll end my turn there.
That brings us over to Windwalker.
I am going to move to the blue square at the base of the stairs there. Yes. I'm not planning on attacking anyone. The end of this turn, because I haven't attacked or taken damage, my rage is going to end.
That makes it Meatball's turn.
Meeple looks around the room at everyone and says that I have no beef with any of you. You don't raise a weapon at me and I won't raise one at you. And he's just going to step forward into the green square to the left. And his rage will also drop because he hasn't taken an attack or a thing this turn, and that he will end his turn there. Oh, actually, I'll take an action to use a portion of my Keatom's ointment. Of course.
Rolling hot.
I'd say check his dice for loads, but they're digital.
Okay, Death Trap.
Death Trap is going to walk up against the wall, up those stairs and up to the door to see what's there.
So as you get to the top, yeah, you can see these 2 rings that are circling and changing colors.
Can the door be opened? I'm using a free object interaction to try to open it.
So as you grab onto the latch, you can see that the ring around your wrist kind of like locks into place with one of those rings around the holes, and it like activates and lights up, but it's just the one. The other one doesn't light up, and so the door is not moving at all.
Okay. I would like to jump off the stairs onto the blue square.
Okay. Jump off onto the blue square, landing prone.
Oh, that's going to knock me prone?
Yeah, if you fall 10 feet or more, it's automatic prone. So
okay.
6 bludgeoning damage.
Bad on me.
Anything else for Death Trap?
Nah. Not until I get smacked when I go through something that hits me prone. Oh, he didn't use an action yet, did he?
No.
So he'll use his action to stand up.
So dash action to stand up?
Can he? Yeah, I mean, it gives him more movement, right?
Yep.
He'll say to Turds, when I went through the white one, when I went through the other one, there was a monster there. Be prepared. I'll help you fight it. So then that's his turn.
Okay, Matt. Yeah, Matt.
I love you guys, and this has been a great bonding experience, but we can't all escape. And he'll just go, and some of you are pussyfooting around this. And so he will move to be on the, I guess, north side of Windwalker, so against the wall. Because of Zephyr's Strike, I'm now using it, which gives me advantage on this strike. As he looks at Windwalker and is like, mate, nothing personal, but I don't think he actually did much in this one, and he just swings.
Okay.
That'll hit. Do you need me to make
So,
a strength saving throw?
Strength saving throw. That will be fine. Let's see. So that will do this damage plus my Zephyr's strike damage. So 11 plus, so 18. And because I used my superior technique, which is a pushing attack, to try and push him 15 feet, I still add the d6 of superior damage to this attack as well. And so 1 damage, so 19 attack damage and 7 radiant damage now as well.
So a total of 26 damage. Taking reaction Stone's Endurance to reduce that by 1d12 plus 1. So reduce that by 8, and that so brings it down to 18. Is that correct?
That's
Yep.
right. And then he will follow up with his next attack. So 15 to hit.
No, that misses.
Because he's still got Zephyr's strike, he's now got 60 feet of movement, and he can't get opportunity attacks. And he will fly 35 feet up.
35 feet up.
And so, bonus action, he will command Veronica to pull Windwalker off the plate. Yep, so that'd be 25, you said?
Yeah.
And so it will be a contested grapple check.
So 15
She'd
for
be able to
Windwalker.
move him if he's 320 pounds.
She has a +3 to strength.
No, fair enough.
18.
So 21.
Okay, so she
she's
successfully grapples.
And she will move off with him 5 feet to the right.
And how large is she?
Small creature.
That brings us to the end of round 4. Turds teleports to here. For Death Trap, he would teleport to here and is blinded once again.
I thought I was next to Turds. Who is that there?
That's
Turds is on the blue.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I
Turds,
thought.
yeah. My bad. So Turds is there. He can see. It was Meatball that I moved. Meatball, do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Ragnall gets teleported. Let's do it then. Ragnall, you are up. What you see here, given that you have dark vision, is some sort of female that looks extremely old, wielding a staff, looks at you and smiles a very evil smile.
Let's see here. I don't like any of that. So Ragnall is going to just going to start blasting. Use a quick toss maneuver. So expend 1 superiority die and throw another net.
Okay.
24 to hit.
24 does indeed hit, restraining this creature.
I don't know if bows have a pump action for a pump action shotgun, but his was specially ordered. And he is going to start making some attacks at advantage with sharpshooter. So either a 15 or a 12.
15 is not enough.
Second attack.
Yeah, the arrow goes right through her cloak underneath her arm, but doesn't appear to do any damage. It is now Turd's turn. Turds, what you see as you appear is a 3-limbed creature with a giant mouth and 3 tentacled appendages and a massive tongue that's licking its exposed teeth in anticipation of the meals that has just shown up.
Turds will ready an action for a melee attack should it come in range, but otherwise he will remain where he is on the platform.
It is now Windwalker's turn.
Bonus action, I am going to rage, which means I have to roll another wild surge. This time I got a 6. Until the rage ends, you are surrounded by multicolored protective lights. You gain a +1 to armor class, and while within 10 feet of you, your allies gain the same bonus. I'm going to drop my bow. I'm going to pull my greatsword, and I'm going to attack. That's a 17 to hit.
That's her armor class.
Okay. 15 slashing, because I +2 bonus for my rage. That's it for me this round.
It is now the Atyug's turn, and I'm going to roll a d6. So 1 to 3, 4 to 6. 4 as it moves towards Death Trap. It's taking the multi-attack action. First thing it's going to do is try to bite, and that is at advantage. Sorry, so it's a 19 is the first roll.
No.
So 19 is the high roll. Does not hit.
No.
So that attack misses. It's then going to make a tentacle attack at advantage. 12 isn't going to cut it. And then its third and final attack at advantage is a 24 to hit. As it does...
that definitely hits. I'm just considering whether I'm going to Fate Spear it, but I'm going to take it.
Okay, so 5 bludgeoning plus 8 bludgeoning, 7 piercing, and you are also grappled and restrained. That is the end of that creature's turn.
18.
Still concentrating. Which makes it Meatball's turn.
Do I see anything in the room with me?
Out of a puddle out of the floor, you see the water begin to take shape as a water elemental appears in front of you, Meatball.
Bonus action rage. I'm just gonna pull a javelin out and just throw it at the water elemental, just because I don't want to move. So I'm just gonna throw a javelin. Oh, fuck off!
Natural 20.
Oh yeah.
What the hell? Okay, let's have your damage.
14 non-magical piercing damage. I've got. Might as well do it again.
23 to hit does hit. This time.
So that's 6 damage. Attack, dash, disengage, hide. No, I'll just throw another one then, because a 12 plus. I don't know if it's likely to do it, but 12 plus 2.
It's enough to
14.
hit it.
Oh, man.
AC 14.
7.
7 more. Death Trap, your turn.
As a bonus action, I am going to do my Channel Divinity Tearless Athlete, which will give me advantage on athletics and acrobatics check. Push-pull carry is higher, and my long and high jump increase. Obviously, I'm doing it so that I can break my grapple and get advantage on my athletics check to break this. That's my action to try to break the grapple. 19.
19. It fails. So you manage to break the grapple and are no longer restrained.
All right, I am not moving. I am staying there.
Matt, it's your turn.
I will move my movement 30 feet straight down, so that would put me within 5 feet of range of Windwalker.
Yep.
See how we go.
That will hit.
Okay. 1d8, and as I attack, you become my favored foe, so I drop concentration on Zephyr's Strike and change it to favored foe.
Okay, still concentrating.
Yep. So that's that plus that makes that 16 plus 7 radiant damage, and Veronica will empower this strike, because I forgot to do that last time, with 4 cold damage. So that's the first attack. Second attack, of course, that's the natural 20. So it is 8 plus 5.
You'll use a fate sphere on the natural 20.
I'll just roll 1 dice then.
Sure, yeah.
So my highest was an 18 then, plus 7 makes that 25.
That still hits, but it's not critical.
Yep.
Okay.
So it would just be the 5 magical piercing damage. Bonus action, I will tell Veronica to drag him to the red square.
Todd said to make the con check when I got hit by the Otyug. but when I jumped off the platform and took damage, I would have had to make another con save.
Oh, yeah, right.
So I will do that, and that missed. So without that, even if that was the first one, he still would have missed. I'm still armor class 20, but my Shield of Faith is down.
Okay, I'll take that off.
No game effect, but I just remembered that I took damage prior to that.
Thank you.
Yep.
And Veronica was told to do what, sorry?
To drag Windwalker into the red square.
Into the red square, okay.
And attack. So, sorry, it would be attack and drag. So the bonus actions actually attack, but because she can move on her own turn when she wants to do. Does that make sense?
Well, I think you can only give one command though, right? With the bonus action?
Yeah, so the command would be attack Windwalker, but he would also say at the same time, Veronica, attack and take him out there.
Oh, I see. Your movement is what's point. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So it's her turn now. So she will attack with advantage because I am flanking now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably won't hit with a 14.
No.
Yeah, no worries. And then she will move, dragging Windwalker. So she has 20 feet of movement because of it. That's halved. So she will drag him 5, 10, and then into the red square. So that's 15 feet. Yep. So that he's in the red square there.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and then if she needs to or not, she'll let go and position herself within 5 feet of Windwalker, but outside of the red square, as you have got done there.
So I'm no longer grappled.
Nope. She doesn't want to go where you're about to go.
All right, so that is the end of the round.
I hate to rat myself out, but the spooky witch didn't go.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Well, I
Let
was
me
gonna say I feel like I'm ratting my own. I'm snitching on myself, but
yeah. Actually, next in the order is the water elemental. So it's gonna head towards Meatball. It's gonna attempt to whelm him. So it's moving onto your space. So I'm gonna put the water elemental here, but it's actually taking over your square. So I need a DC 15 strength save. Okay, no problem there. Next up, as the creature begins to cast, she is restrained. She casts Ray of Enfeeblement on Ragnall. An 8 as the spell misses Ragnall and hits the wall beside him. That ends that creature's turn. So what happens at the end of the round? Meatball teleports back and now has a green band around his wrist. Death Trap teleports back, as does Turds, and both of them have a blue band around their wrist. Ragnall teleports back and has a green one. Also, Windwalker is now teleported here. All right, Bracknell, you are up.
all right. Real quick. So before, when Death Trap put his band up to that door and it stopped one of the locks, when he left, did that lock continue to spin or did it stay stopped?
It continued to spin.
Cool.
Oh, actually, hold on a sec. Let me think about that one mechanically here for a second. You did bring it up and lock it into place. Yeah, that one would still be locked.
So then in that case, Ragnall is going to move forward enough that he can use his Blessing of the Raven Queen to teleport up to that door.
So 5 feet of movement will do it. Teleport.
Did it require an object interaction before to use the band?
Yeah.
He will use an object interaction on the door.
Yep, so as you grab the handle of the door, your green band now cycles into place as 2 of these rings have stopped, one white and one green, and you feel the door pull open.
Okay. Then in that case, he looks back at everyone, nods. And then looks over at Matt. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but I did make an alliance with Windwalker, and I would be rude not to keep it before I left. And he is going to start, unless if he is within 5 feet to just walk out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Going to start attacking Matt in the air.
Okay.
This is going to be a sharpshooter attack. It will be an 18. However, he is going to, since I don't know your AC, I'm going to make this a precision strike. So I'm going to add a D8 to this. Okay, 23 to hit.
That will hit. Yep.
Okay. You take 22 points of piercing damage. Second attack. Same thing, sharpshooter. And I'm also going to make that one a precision strike. So 19 plus 2, so 21 to hit.
That will hit. Yep.
20 points of damage.
Yep.
Going to action surge.
Okay, before you do that, the first attack we need a concentration check.
Oh. What am I
The
concentrating
first
on?
one did how much damage? 19, did you say?
Yes. Yep.
Did 22.
22, so...
So 11,
We're
DC
concentrating
11.
on favored foe.
Yeah, DC 11. Passed there. Second one hit, I think, is DC 10. It wasn't quite as much damage.
Yeah, it was just 20 points of damage.
I lose favored foe.
Okay.
Action surge. That is a 12. I didn't say sharpshooter on that, but I'll leave it up to you because the intent was to do a sharpshooter on that.
I can't give intent.
And that's fine. I'll add a precision dice onto that as well to roll another D8. So that will only be 15 to hit.
That will miss.
Okay. And final attack. This will be sharpshooter. 10 plus another precision 1. 1. Probably not going to hit. Oh, no. Yep. Bows his head. Well then. Contract fulfilled. Good luck, lads. And walks out the door.
Okay. With that, Breckenridge Bane has escaped the room. Actually, sorry, the door does not disappear, but what happens with the door is that the rings around the holes cycle back and just begin spinning once again as there are no current associated colors that have started the unlocking process. So, Turds, it's your turn.
Birds will move 30 feet to the green square.
5, 10, death trap, attack of opportunity, or no?
He will not.
15, 20, 25, 30.
And he will take the dodge action again. I'm disappointed in myself for as little as I'm doing, and he's disappointed in himself for as little as he's doing.
Okay. That's it for Turds?
Yep.
Windwalker, your turn.
So is the shambling mound still there?
It is.
I'm just gonna take a swing at the shambling mound. That will miss.
Near that, it's now Meatball's turn.
Meatball skips his turn because his potion of haste wears off, so he's just
Okay. And that's...
breathing heavily and just a bit tired.
Okay, death trap.
So I do not have the white ring, right?
No, you still have it. You still have
Okay.
it.
Then I am going to go up the stairs to that door,
10, 15, 20.
and I will open them.
Right, object interaction. You grab on both your white and blue circlets, move onto the ring, locking them in place, and you feel the door open in your hand.
And I wasn't planning on leaving, but I have no bones with anybody. I want to kill beasts and fiends, not mortals, and he'll go through.
So with that, Death Trap has escaped the room. all of the other doors disappear. So we are left with 4. It's now Matt's turn.
I will shout and be like, turds, I know we're going to have to kill each other, but let's take everyone else out first. I will move to be 25 feet high and almost directly over Meatball. And then I'll move 5 feet to be over Veronica, because I don't want to actually be on this square. And then my action, I will cast a spell. So everyone sees a cloud of fog begin to appear out around me. And what I want to do is make it so that Meatball is just on the very edge of the cloud of fog. So it's fog cloud. It's a 20-foot radius sphere, positioned at a point I can see. And while this is happening, I'm just like, I wish it wasn't this way, Meatball. You brothers in arms, but 3 of us have to die. So that's my action. Bonus action, I will say, Veronica, you're up. Get Meatball. And for meta purposes, she is going to attack Meatball. Yep. And so it will move to Veronica's turn now, where she will move to a position outside the fog cloud because she doesn't have any blind sense or anything, and attack. Probably won't hit.
No.
She will move into the fog cloud, but it doesn't provoke an opportunity attack because Meatball can't see Veronica to provoke the opportunity attack.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
Yep.
Multi-attack for the Shambling Mound. It's going to make 2 slam attacks. First one is a 19.
That does not hit.
Second one, also at advantage, is a 12 to hit. No one else is in any of the side rooms. So at the end of the round, Windwalker gets teleported back, is still blind. I guess technically Veronica's blind too, eh? And well, you are as well.
Veronica is blind. Yep.
And since now all of the doors are gone, these all become ineffectual.
No.
I would have played my last turn so much different. I thought he lost his band when it went to the door.
I would have gotten off the platform and been stuck in the other room with the Shambling Mound.
Top of the round. Racknell's gone. Turds is up.
I am going to cast Fairy Fire. It'll be a 20-foot cube, but Matt will be too high up to do it. I want to center it so that it includes Meatball, Windwalker, and Matt's Drake.
Yep. All right. Everybody fits in with 20 feet. Deck saves from everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So Veronica is
lit up.
Fairy fired. Windwalker. An 18, so you were not affected. Meatball.
Got a 20.
All right, so you're not affected either.
So I'm dropping my concentration on Bless and taking my concentration on Fairy Fire. For the duration, Veronica sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see her, and she cannot benefit from being invisible.
Anything else for turds?
Move to the top of that staircase where there is no longer a door.
That makes it Windwalker's turn.
So I am going to move in the direction of what I thought was the wall until I reach the wall. Yeah, straight back. However many feet that is.
Yeah. 10 feet.
I'm going to move to the right to get out of the fog cloud, I hope. Just following along the wall.
So 15 feet pretty much gets you out.
And I move 15 feet straight to the opposite wall, towards the opposite wall. Where would that put me?
Over here?
I'm going to go to the place where I can be out of the cloud. So that's my movement. Meatball, I have no argument with you. I know only one of us can survive, but my battle right now is with Matt, and I am choosing not to attack you. So as my action, I am going to drink one of my potions that I have on my belt.
Okay.
And I do have 2 potions, but I can only drink one of them, correct?
As a bonus action, yeah. As a bonus action, you can drink one. As an action, you could drink one as well.
Yeah, then I'm going to drink both of them. One is an action, one is a bonus action.
Okay.
And that has 10 points of healing. And the second one is going to do 4 points of healing.
Yeah.
My rage drops.
It is Meatball's turn.
Meatball is going to turn to Windwalker and Meatball's going to shout that the only honourable fight is a fair one, and there's not a fair one while that prick's flying around. And
I hate flyers. I hate flyers.
Cannon.
And then fucking fog cloud as well. Just don't know. Yeah, Meeble's going to run up the stairs to the bottom, like by the green thing. He's going to run to the top of the stairs, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20 gets you to the top of the stairs.
What can I see?
I would say from here, you'd be able to see pretty much everything because you'd probably be over the fog cloud to see turds. You can see down to Windwalker, and from up here, 10 feet higher and back further, I'd say that you could see Matt sticking out.
Then I'm going to bonus action rage, and I'm going to throw a couple of javelins.
Take a play out of my book and throw your maul.
No, because then I will never see it again. I will throw a javelin because I'll just throw one singular javelin.
Okay. All right. Free object interaction to draw it and throwing it.
14 plus 2, 16.
Doesn't hit.
Didn't think so.
Okay, then that makes it Matt's turn.
I shout back, eye to eye with Meatball, being like, "Where is honor if everyone is going to die? Like, why is everyone trying to be honorable?" And then he will fly down to be 5 feet next to Windwalker, still in the fog cloud. He will take the attack action, which is at advantage because I have blind fighting. And I am an unseen attacker.
Yep.
24 to hit.
That will hit.
Doing 5 piercing plus 7 radiant. Next attack. And I will add my bless to that. Yep, so a 21 to hit. Doing 10 piercing. And then I will move. So that was 20 feet down. I will move 10 feet back up and away, and because I am unseen, you don't get an attack of opportunity. And then bonus action, I will also drink a potion, because that seems to be all the rage. So 9 healing.
And Veronica?
Veronica's turn. She will just take the dodge action, and yeah, she will stay where she is.
Top of round 8 for Turds.
Turds is going to cast Branding Smite on himself. He will drop concentration on Fairy Fire.
Okay.
He will then move, or actually, he will not jump off. He will move down the stairs.
5, 10.
And ready an action melee attack if anyone comes within 5 feet of him.
Comes within 5 feet of him. Okay. Mm-hmm. Windwalker.
I'm casting a Cure Wounds on myself as my action.
Okay.
6 points of healing. And bonus action, I am going to Rage my last time. And I am going to blindly charge straight ahead into the fog cloud until I bump into something or someone and attack it.
Okay. I'll say that once you get to here, you would know that there is something beside you. And, you know where the other two are.
Right.
You can tell it's Veronica. You didn't bump into her, but...
Oh, friend reminded me I didn't do my wild magic surge.
Oh, yeah. We got to do that. Correct.
Because that could make... Ooh, number 8. What's that? Let's see. Bolt of light shoots from my chest. Another creature of your choice that I can see within 30 feet of me must succeed in a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of my next turn. I was outside when that happened, and could I have seen turds?
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
And I would direct it at turds.
Okay. Shots fired. All right, turds. Con save,
And
please.
DC check is 12.
10, though, is not going to make it. So what's the damage on that one?
So it's 1d6 radiant, and they're blinded until the start of my next turn.
And then you moved in.
Yes. Until I bumped into her.
Meatball.
Do I have some idea where Matt is at all, or is it completely because he's obscured? I don't know where in the cloud he is.
So you can't see him, but just because he's flying around and like his armor and stuff is moving, you have a rough idea, and that's what the disadvantage on attacks covers.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So if I was to Misty Step to where he is and attack, I'd be able to attack, but it would be with disadvantage.
Yes.
You can't miss a step to a place you can't see.
True.
That's very true. That is very true. Sorry about that. Okay. Screw that then. Oh, but nobody else has attacked me.
Take the initiative.
But Meatball has honor, and that's what he's going to shout to Matt, actually. He said, this is what I'm talking about, honor. He's like, come down here and fight me like a man, rather than some fucking... I suppose the only thing you fight are rats that run away from you. And then he's going to just throw a javelin with disadvantage because...
Okay. Theramgol is going to have to come up with an anti-honor code for the
This is
Crucible.
ridiculous. 16 doesn't hit.
17.
17. 17. Fate Sphere to reroll.
Okay, reroll
Disadvantage.
D20.
There we go. 10. Yeah, no, that's me.
Matt, your turn.
Matt will yell back. Just stop dragging this out with your stupid honor and kill something. And he will fly down and attack Windwalker because he's got advantage. Why not? Probably won't be able to do anything with the D4 on that, but a 19 to hit Windwalker.
That hits.
Oh, okay. 12 plus my 7 radiant damage makes that 19. And then he will attack once more. That probably won't hit with
That will miss, even with a bless.
bonus action. I will drink a potion, and I'm just like, come on, people.
And FYI, my armor class dropped by 1 when my second rage ended, so I adjusted it. That's why you were able to hit me this time.
Yeah, okay. So I will roll 2d4, so be 7 healing, 5 feet or 10 feet down, and I will move my other 20 feet up and back, so I'm still in the fog cloud, but 20 feet away from Wind walking out.
Okay. Dear. Okay, that was the end of round 8, folks. We've been playing a long time, so I think we're going to stop the stream here, everyone. Thanks to those of you who stuck around with us. We'll let you know on the Discord when we're going to finalize this and try to live stream it if we can. Okay, thanks. We'll see you guys later. Enjoy a nice long rest. I know I'm going to.